Well, hello everyone. We are coming out of the news hour and we are here with you at the 99th annual Putnam County Fair here at the Cookeville Fairgrounds. My name is Kate Scott.
And I'm Paul Bailey, and welcome to the Putnam County Fair. We're glad that you're joining us here tonight to see the Putnam County Horse Show.
We have a lot on the schedule for you all tonight, and we are excited to be here sharing everything with you. It's so exciting and great to be here with all these amazing horsemen and horsewomen and see their equine athletes do what they've been training for all year long. So we can't wait to share it with you.
Absolutely. It's always exciting to be at the Putnam County Fair, and especially at the horse show. This is a time that everyone can come out and definitely showcase their horses that they've got, whether it be walking horses, gaited horses, or quarter horses. Everyone has a place to be at the Putnam County Fair, and tonight they're able to showcase their horse and their skills as far as being good horsemen.
We want to say a quick thank you to one of our sponsors. We appreciate One Bank for sponsoring the fair this year. We'll wait for these next contestants to enter the arena and we'll see what they can do.
Absolutely. We've got some that have just been lined up, and the judge has placed the class, and so those exhibitors are actually leaving the class at this time. They're receiving their awards, and then we'll be ready for I believe it's their Pony Pleasure Canter class, will be the next class that'll be coming into the arena. And of course, it's always good to have all of our Fairs to the Fair, Fairs Junior Miss, and those ladies that are presenting the awards in all the classes tonight. And so they certainly have a great participation inside the show arena and passing out all the awards for the exhibitors.
Absolutely. And I am so excited to watch the Pony Pleasure Canter. Now, these ponies, they are just worth their weight in gold. They are such good partners for these kids, and they teach so much discipline and so much responsibility, and it's always so much fun to see the next generation of kids coming up, starting out with their ponies and working so hard to grow and learn with their horse partners.
Absolutely. I believe everyone had a pony at some point in time in their life growing up.
You would have to. You would have to. Did you have a pony?
Oh, absolutely. I had multiple ponies. My first pony, his name was Tony the Pony.
Tony the Pony. I can't think of a better name for a pony.
Tony the Pony, and he looked a lot like the little pony that you're seeing on your screen right now. He had a little white on him. He is also a sorrel, and he was, he was very lazy. Okay. And so, being a 5-year-old, I'd get a switch after him from time to time, and he would all of a sudden take off and run and go to buck and try to get me off.
Well, he kept you on your toes then, for sure.
Definitely did, and of course, most all these contestants tonight will be saddled up. Most of the time back then, I had to ride bareback because I couldn't put a saddle on the pony, so I rode bareback. I could just barely get the bridle over the head, and then I was riding bareback. And so, but all the contestants we see tonight should be saddled up and ready to go.
We hope so. Yeah. We hope they all are. So, well, we're looking forward to it.
And you'll see some of our contestants riding one-handed tonight, and then you'll also see several of them riding two-handed, just like the young lady you're seeing right now, just depending on the different classes that they've entered in. And so you'll see them riding in Western saddles, as well as we should see some riding in English saddles as the night goes on in the various classes that we have.
Yes. Looks like we're getting all of our contestants on the rail lined up. And then our judge and our PA announcer will ask them to pick up that canter. So a canter is a little bit of a faster than a trot, kind of a nice relaxed jog, kind of like riding a rocking horse, only a real horse.
Absolutely. Oh, and the judge is calling for a trot, and this little paint pony right here has got a really nice trot. He is definitely moving out. The rider's posting on the pony. You can see as he's posting on it looks like the inside leg and moving right around the arena. So he's doing a wonderful job exhibiting his pony tonight.
Yes, and I love a paint pony. They're so pretty.
Absolutely. And then you notice this rider here, he's not posting, and but his little pony's moving out really nice in the jog as well.
A little bit more of a sitting trot that's more commonly seen in the Western discipline. And here they go.
Yes. Oh, and so what we're looking for in this class is for the ponies to be loping, but they should be on what we say the inside lead. In other words, the front leg should be the lead leg as far as the lope. Now this pony is on the correct lead. When he began, he was actually on the incorrect lead. But those of you that were paying attention can see that this pony is now loping on the correct lead.
That was a nice correction by our rider.
Absolutely.
It takes a long time to build that trust with your horse and build that relationship where they're able to respond to you so nicely.
Absolutely. My experience has been with the horses that I've had that you become one with that horse.
You do.
And so, and there's times that you purchase a horse, and you think that it's going to be the one, and sometimes you just don't fit with that horse.
That's true.
And so, therefore, you either sell or trade the horse and get something that fits your ability to ride.
Yes, that's happened to me before, and it's usually just best for the horse and the rider for it to be a good fit. It's nothing more important really than a good fit between horse and rider. It makes that training so much easier, and there's so much trust that goes into this relationship, and a good fit is very important.
Absolutely. I've had people come to me in the past and ask about buying a young horse for maybe their son or daughter that's maybe somewhere in the range of 8, 9, 10 years old, and they're thinking that they need to buy a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old. I advise against that.
Yes.
I think that if you're buying a horse, you need to buy one that's got some age on it, definitely that's broke, so that your son or daughter, grandson, granddaughter can have a good positive experience, because a young horse is just that. It's young. It's not fully developed, and it's also many times not properly or finished being trained. And
Correct.
so you want that animal to be something to where that individual can have a good experience with its first horse.
Yes, a lot of times people want to buy a young horse so that their child can grow with the horse. But in my experience, it's always best to have a horse that's sort of been there, done that, can teach your child the ropes and can take care of them, protect them, and show them how things are to be done properly. It's tough when everybody is growing together.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because, one thing that I've found is that kids they enjoy horses. They love horses. Little girls especially.
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
little girls love horses.
It's
I've got a grandson. He rides horses and mules, but he also races motorcycles. And he's been 2 nights at the Putnam County Fair racing his motorcycle.
So he's been busy.
He's been busy. But I've got a little granddaughter, and she absolutely loves horses. I mean, it's just all about being around the horses. So
Yes.
I have to say I'm excited about that.
Absolutely. And let me tell you, I know you know this, but parents out there, if your little girl tells you that she loves horses and she's wishing on every birthday candle that she can have a horse or a pony, and you're thinking she may just grow out of it, I'm here to
Yeah.
tell you that we don't grow out of it. We really don't.
Absolutely. And, I told my youngest son many years ago, he's now 23 years old, but growing up, he was showing horses. And I would say, Caleb, listen, you need to be going to these horse shows, especially when he became a teenager. I said, there's more girls there
That's
than there are
true.
boys. And I said, so you can meet all kinds of pretty young ladies that are
That's where
showing
you find them.
Exactly.
That's where you find them. And we have some up and comers here right now talking with our judge, Danielle Johnson. She has joined us tonight on this week, and she is the ag teacher at Cookville High School. She has a wealth of horse knowledge. She's been around horses her whole life, so we're so thankful to have her judging tonight for us.
Absolutely. I've known Danielle for many, many years, and I remember her being a little girl just like this, and being at the Putnam County Fair and participating in all of the ag activities that go on, and especially the horse show. Her maiden name is Gurnt, and the Gurnts are synonymous with horses,
Yes.
especially with walking horses. And so certainly happy to have her officiating the show
What a full
this evening.
circle moment for Danielle.
Yeah, absolutely. And so you notice some of the riders, just like this young lady here at the very end of the lineup on this bigger pony, she's wearing a helmet. And certainly riders can wear either a cowboy hat in this class or they can wear a helmet in this class. And, it's a personal preference and a safety.
Yes.
Safety element to riding horses. If you feel like that you need to wear a helmet, certainly want you to feel comfortable doing so.
Yes, it's important that our riders have that choice, and certainly nothing to be ashamed of wearing a helmet. We have all seen, the accidents that can happen when we're dealing with these larger animals. So any safety precaution we can take, we always want to.
Absolutely. And there you go. Young lady wearing the helmet wins the class tonight.
Yeah.
So
congratulations to her. She did a wonderful job.
Yes, she did.
Thank you very much.
So I guess our next class after the Pony Pleasure Canter class will be our youth walk-trot, which is 18 and under. That's 18-year-old and under will be class number 5, your youth walk-trot class.
Yes. And all of these contestants in these last couple of classes have been from Putnam County. We only have just a few classes tonight that are open to the entire world. All the other classes are for Putnam County residents only.
Absolutely, and that's something about being able to participate in the fair. They have this to where individuals can come and participate in the class. Okay, I think we're getting the signal. We're going backstage right now to see Mr. Eric Walker.
Welcome backstage at the WCTE County Fair Horse Show. We're so excited to be here tonight. I've got David Kinchler with me from One Bank. One Bank has been such a great supporter of the Putnam County Fair. It's a community tradition. You guys have been in the community a long time. Tell us a little bit. What do you love about supporting WCTE and the county fair?
I mean, the fair, it's a place where everybody comes to be with their friends and family, and it's just a good atmosphere to have a good time. There's lots going on for everybody, so to be a sponsor of it, it's just a privilege.
That's absolutely right. And y'all have made a great investment in this community for a long time. I know we're 99 years with the Putnam County Fair here. That's such an exciting period of time. Now, One Bank's had a long investment in the community as well.
We do. We have a long history. We've been here for 124 years. So in 2026, we'll celebrate our 125th year as a bank in the community. So we are in 9 counties with 17 branches. So it's just been a privilege to be here.
That serves the entire Upper Cumberland.
It does,
which is what WC broadcasts to. So it's such a great relationship. We're thrilled to be a part of this fair and the agricultural history that the horse show brings to the fair. Now, David, I have to ask you, what's your favorite fair food?
I mean, it's easy. It's funnel cakes. That's the go-to choice.
Funnel cakes are good. I'm a fan of a Bitty T's Philly cheesesteak.
You can't go wrong with that either.
Yeah, that's right down here. It's very good.
That's a good protein to start with, and then you move to the dessert. So that's important.
And there's always a corn dog night, right?
Always that. So that's great.
But we are excited. There's a lot of events going on. One Bank, certainly, we're excited to have you guys sponsor WCTE and this broadcast. It's just so thrilling to be out here tonight with all the rides and all the things going on. What is your favorite ride here at the fair or at any fair?
I mean, I'll tell you what, it's just the atmosphere. Like, I enjoy just coming out and seeing the people and how much they're enjoying themselves with their families and friends. And so, I mean, we do the rides, but I like the Ferris wheel, as crazy as that sounds, because you get a good bird's eye view of the whole area. But you just can't go wrong. The tractor pull is so much fun. It's loud. And so we've enjoyed that in the past as well.
Yeah, and they certainly have some steam engines down here as an exhibit at the fair. I know tomorrow night we've got the rodeo. There's some more agricultural events coming up. Demolition Derby is coming up again, I believe, and it's just an exciting time to be out here. And it's probably going to be the last time that we are here at this location for the county fair.
That's historic.
That's what we keep hearing in the community.
Right.
So I hopefully next year when they celebrate their 100th, we'll see the county investment as well go in, and we are great to have a proud sponsor like One Bank here, and it's just appreciate you all's support for the community.
Sure. Well, we appreciate it again. We like being here. Like I said, our bank's been owned by one family for 124 years, and it's just great to see the community grow and come together. We've been around long enough. It's the horse show. We've been around long enough. There were horse and buggies back in the day, and now we're in the day where digital banking is taking over. So we've seen a lot of change. Cookeville's seen a lot of change. We love supporting the county, the fair. So it's just been a privilege to be out here.
Absolutely. Yeah, you used to have to pay cash down at every booth, and now they've got apps and Venmos and all kinds of stuff.
Touchless pay and all that.
We are getting into a modern society, but this really brings us to our roots here tonight. And we're having a great time at the Putnam County Fair, watching back scenes or watching the horses go around the arena. It's just so much vibrant atmosphere out here with all the young kids.
It is.
You're a family man here in the Upper Cumberland.
I've raised 4 kids, and they've all grown up and everything, so it's been great. And WTCE does a great job, and we appreciate all y'all do.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, David. Thank you for coming out here with us tonight at the Putnam County Fair. And I'm going to send it back to the stage with Paul Bailey and our broadcast.
Bailey Tire Company can align anything. Bailey Tire Company can service the needs of any heavy-duty and commercial vehicle. Bailey Tire Company can align your heavy-duty equipment with pinpoint accuracy. Bailey Tire Company, 6150 Roberts Matthews Highway in Sparta.
The Putnam County Farm Bureau proudly supports the Putnam County Agricultural and Industrial County Fair and the education and sustainability of agriculture in the Upper Cumberland region. Middle Tennessee Federal Credit Union has been Putnam County's hometown credit union since 1969. Middle Tennessee Federal Credit Union has 3 convenient locations in Cookeville and offers an array of services online at midtnfcu.com. Middle Tennessee Federal Credit Union is a proud supporter of WCTE PBS.
And we're back.
We should have planned that a little bit better, but we were right on the same page.
Yeah.
I am Kate Nicewood Scott, and I am here with Senator Paul Bailey. We are at the 99th Annual Putnam County Fair. We are here to share all the action and fun of the horse show with you tonight.
Absolutely, and it's been a wonderful start to our evening. We've got our youth kids doing our youth Western Pleasure walk-trot. These riders are 18 years and under, and so they're currently trotting. They only do 2 gaits in this class. They do their walk, and then they trot, and then they'll reverse and go the opposite direction, and again, only showing 2 gaits.
Yes, and really focusing on that transition between gaits, that transition between a walk and a trot. They make it look so easy, but it's really not. You're working with an animal that's much larger and stronger than you are, and they also have minds of their own sometimes. So we're watching for that smooth transition between the walk-trot gaits.
Now, this young rider, he was actually riding one-handed, and if you notice with the youth pleasure classes and especially this youth walk trot, the judge is looking for a horse that is willfully guided and that their reins have actually a little bit of drape in it. And those of you that were watching the television when this young rider, that 111 there on the gray horse, actually did a transition to the opposite direction, how easy and willfully guided that horse was as he redirected him to go in the opposite direction of the arena.
And that 111 there is Colson Love. He's a familiar name for anybody in this area. His family is very well known in the horse world. His mom Lori and his Aunt Amy and Uncle Matt, they show mules quite a bit, and Colson is quite the little cowboy, not just in the walk trot, but I've seen him throw a rope, and we've got some exciting things there to watch from Colson.
Absolutely. Absolutely, and certainly known the Love family for many, many years. As a young man myself growing up many years ago, I've known the Loves and also participated in classes like this, similar to this, years ago on walking horses, mules, and as well as quarter horses.
So we see a rider here on the screen. She's got a nice posting trot going with her sorrel horse. She looks fantastic, and she has gone back to the one hand. You can see a little bit of drape in her reins, which is what we like to see. That means she's guiding her horse more with her body rather than pulling on his head with her reins. That's what we like to see.
Absolutely, and she's moving out just a little bit more in the trot. Western Pleasure, the Western Pleasure classes that you'll see tonight, one thing that the cowboys and ranch owners and ranch hands used to look for when they were choosing a horse was they would watch the horse more at a trot than they would at a lope or a walk, simply because they could cover more ground with a trot, and a horse that had a smooth, easy trot and could move out a lot better. Those were the horses that they would usually choose to become ranch horses. And then they would take those horses on and break them to rope, as well as use those horses to ride the fences.
Yes, because when you're out on a ranch, your ground is very uneven. It's not like what we're seeing in the arena, but at a trot, the horse has a little bit more control, but they're still covering quite a bit of ground.
Absolutely, and of course, again, that was exactly what ranchers were looking for and cowboys were looking for with their quarter horses, was to find that horse that could actually cover a lot of ground in a short period of time. Plus, the horse doesn't get as exhausted whenever they're able to move out at a trot as they will if you're actually loping.
Yes.
And so that's the reason why cowboys were always looking for a horse with a good trot.
And we have seen several here tonight. We've got a class of 12 here, so it's one of the bigger classes that we've seen lined up for our judge, Danielle Johnson.
Absolutely, and I think that now the judge is walking the line, so what she's looking for is for these horses to actually back up after they have shown, and she's brought them into the lineup. She's looking for a horse that is willing to back up willingly and not resist, and that's part of judging the class.
Yes. It's important that these horses can move in any direction that you ask them to, and that they're very responsive to what you're asking them to do. So backing up is something that we ask our horses to do quite a bit to make sure that they remain under control, they collect under themselves, and we know that they're paying attention to our cues.
Absolutely. Many times, you mentioned a few minutes ago, we're cueing these horses off of our legs.
Yes.
It's not always with the reins. We're doing many, many cues with our legs. And again, you're training your horse, and each horse is just like us. They're an individual. Some horses take cues very willingly from your legs, and then there are some that have a little more resistance.
Yes, every horse has its own personality, just like people. And we talked a little earlier about finding that horse and rider fit. It truly is fitting two personalities together.
Exactly, and horses are right and left-handed just like we are.
They are.
Yeah,
I know that. I run the barrels, and some of our horses go to the right first, and some go to the left. And if you're going to join us tomorrow night for the rodeo, you'll see a little bit of both, I'm certain.
Absolutely, and just as she mentioned, those of you that are watching the show tomorrow night and seeing those horses come in and run the barrels, some will go to the left barrel first, or they may go to the right barrel, and that's just simply because that horse is more comfortable running on the right or left lead, because they're just like us. They're right-handed or left-handed.
Yes. And I've got horses that go both directions. It's very confusing from time to time.
Absolutely.
But it's a lot of fun. We're looking forward to that tomorrow night.
Absolutely. So I know that you run the barrels. So give me just a little bit of history about your past growing up and the horses that you've shown. And
sure. Well, I didn't grow up running the barrels. I grew up riding English. Started when I was about 4 years old. I started riding horses because I watched a lot of Westerns with my dad. And I just kind of kept riding on and off. It was something I think my parents thought I'd grow out of, but I never did. And I'm originally from New York. When I moved to Tennessee, Western was the direction to go.
Right.
So I started riding a little more Western, and decided I think I'll try running the barrel, see if I like it. And I had some good friends and neighbors who put me on my first barrel horse. He's fairly well known around here because he's been around a long time. But Debo, he taught me everything I know. He's 18 now, and he still runs a nice set of barrels. But I've got him running, and I've got my younger mare Blondie that's coming up behind him. She'll be running in the rodeo tomorrow night.
And that's something very important that you just brought out is longevity. Your horse is 18 years old.
Yes.
And these horses show into their 20s.
They sure do. But it takes a lot of care. It takes a lot of care and horsemanship to make sure that these horses stay sound and healthy well into their 20s. They're athletes just like their riders are, and they're athletes in a less traditional sense. We think sometimes football players, basketball players, runners, but these horses are athletes themselves, and they need to train that way, and they need to be fueled that way. And so it takes a lot of work. These young riders are learning how to keep these athletes healthy and sound.
That's right, and that's very important, is maintaining and taking care of your horse.
Yes.
And so that's something that we definitely need to learn. Now we're going to go backstage again to Mr. Eric Walker.
Welcome backstage again here at WCTE's coverage of the Putnam County Fair. With me, I have Chad and Anna Gilbert. One of the things that makes the fair so special is our fair board members. Anna, you're a member of the fair board. I know you put a lot of time and energy into the fair. Tell us a little bit about that experience and what you've got going on.
Well, I began in 2020, and of course we all know what happened in 2020, but came on full force in 2021, and we are here every night pretty much. A lot of people ask, do you have a schedule of work, or do they kind of work in shifts? No, we do not work in shifts. We're all just like all hands on deck, and if you need to leave, that's okay, but generally speaking, it's a 10-day fair, and we do a lot in 10 days.
Well, you can't make 99 years of a Putnam County Fair without the hard work and dedication of volunteers like you and people serving our community. And your family's been involved. I know, Chad, you're on our city council here in Cookeville with me. That's how we know each other. It's just an exciting time. Y'all's family's been very involved in the fair, both in participation, if I understand well. Tell us a little bit about that.
We have. I've grown up here all my life. Been to the fair since I can remember. More recently, our daughter, she was fairest of the fair in 2019.
Yes.
And so that really gave us reason to, as kids got older, to kind of re-engage, and then it led to her joining the board, and we've been involved at some level every night doing something here ever since, just about. So yeah. We enjoy it all, from the memories we have to what we're doing now.
Yeah, and I know you got a sister who's had some great cooking. Maybe some of that's been entered in the fair as well.
We have. So, brag on our family. My sister, she enters every year, and she does quite well. A lot of folks have probably sampled her bread and cinnamon rolls, but yeah, she had an exceptional year this year. I think she had 16 ribbons. 16 ribbons
in her family.
Yes, and
in second place in honey.
Yeah, I think her whole family participates. I think she guides them pretty good on what to do, and even honey this year, she did well.
Well, there's certainly a lot of families participating tonight in the horse show, and you can see that family tradition and people coming out. We see it in the grandstands tonight. It's just a great atmosphere here. It's a great thing to be a part of the Putnam County Fair. We appreciate you guys volunteering. I know both of you are volunteering a lot of hours, and all your hard work. I have to ask you though, what's your favorite fair food?
Well,
and Chad's family's food, and your family's food doesn't count.
Exactly. Okay, that's good. That's a good point. Before I was a fair board member, I would walk by the booths and it would say deep fried Oreo, and I thought, oh, I just don't know about that. It sounds unappealing. But someone gave me
forced it on you.
Yeah, gave me a deep fried Oreo, and it's my favorite thing in the world now. So everybody should try one. Do not prejudge. Do not sleep on the deep fried Oreos.
So mine's a sleeper. it's David Klaus, who runs our entire codes department at the city. Anything he cooks in a fried skillet down at the barnyard is my favorite.
Yeah, it's free.
Even that's free. He's a tremendous volunteer and what a super guy, but he's a tremendous skillet cook too. So anything he cooks is my favorite.
Absolutely. So if you're being led around by your kids at the fair and they're dragging you to all the rides, you got to know he's back there in a little secret spot.
Yes, he is.
And those seasoned fair goers,
yes,
like
we know
us,
about David Klaus.
know where to find the cast iron cooking.
Yes.
So
I think
that certainly is a highlight.
His mission, of course, is to show the old way that things were cooked on a iron skillet, and so you get to really see that type of pioneer living. Yeah,
it's wonderful. What's your favorite fair event?
Well, I will say, because we are right at the fair office, right near the action, the motorsports are very loud. So I will say, if you come next year and this week, bring those little earbud things for ear protections, because that is pretty loud. They are fun though. The grandstands will be filled.
Oh yeah.
But this horse, this is just so charming. I know it's laid back, but it's just beautiful to see. And like you said, you see families and everybody's so engaged in this event.
Yeah, I mean, as we're interviewing, we're looking at
beautiful
paint horses, and there's just so many great riders out there performing in the arena, and it's just a great place to be. It really brings you back to the heritage of the county.
I agree.
So, well, thank you guys for coming out tonight. I appreciate talking to you guys about the fair. Is there anything you'd like to say to our viewers at WCTE?
Well, every night. Come every night. It's $5. Come every night. Even if you don't want to go to the carnival, do not ride rides. There's so many other things to see, and the beautiful exhibits and the homemade items to see. I mean, it's for every age, every night.
That's right. So I know you're enjoying it live at home, but it's not too late to jump in the car and come on down and catch a little horse show. So, and we've got great events for the rest of the week.
The weather is amazing this year. Amazing.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for being here and all the support you do for our community. All right, guys, back to you.
Thanks.
Locations across the Upper Cumberland, One Bank of Tennessee provides personal and business banking, as well as insurance and investment services to the people of Tennessee. One Bank of Tennessee is proud to support WCTE Central Tennessee PBS.
Enjoy a summer of fun and laughter at the Putnam County Fair. Ride the Ferris wheel or meet the chickens and cows. Putnam County has just what you're looking for in a fair. You won't want to miss out on this year's Putnam County Fair, open from July 31st to August 9th.
Since their beginning in 1956, Swallows Insurance Agency has been providing protection for thousands of individuals and families throughout our region. Swallows Insurance cares about the safety and well-being of you, your family, and our community. Swallows Insurance Agency, with 3 locations in Cookeville, Livingston, and Smithville. Online at swallowsinsurance.com.
And we're back. Welcome to the 99th Annual Putnam County Fair, and you're at the Putnam County Horse Show. I'm joined by Miss Kate Scott.
Thank you, Mr. Paul. It's good to be here with you.
Good to be with you.
I'm excited to continue sharing all the fun and excitement of the Putnam County Horse Show with everyone there at home. We are right in the middle of our Youth Western Pleasure class. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what we're looking for in this class?
Well, we're looking for those horses. I've mentioned a couple of times about them being willfully guided, and the judge is looking for a little drape in the rein. They're looking for the walk, the jog, and then the lope. And of course, they're wanting this horse to be a pleasure to ride, and hence the word Western Pleasure. They're looking for this horse to be a horse that someone would want to ride either on the ranch or the farm, and as well as move into competition like we're seeing tonight. But the original intent of the Western Pleasure class was to have a horse, as I've mentioned earlier in the program, that could cover a lot of ground, would be easy on the rider as they work their ranch or farm.
Yes. And one of the most impressive things about this class is that all of these riders are under the age of 18. So they have started their riding journey early. Some of them have grown up maybe riding before they can walk. I know we saw Trig Butler earlier today in the lead line class, and he's not even a year old yet, and he's on his horse competing for his first ribbon.
Absolutely. And I think that's wonderful. I think that, you start, especially if youth have an opportunity to start because their parents or the grandparents or aunt and uncle have a horses or a pony, that they get started early. But I was just thinking during our break, there are many facilities and barns here in this area that offer riding lessons.
Yes.
So if you're a parent out there, or you're a grandma, grandpa, or aunt and uncle, and you'd like to get maybe your son or daughter or grandchild involved with horses without the expense of actually buying that horse, you can certainly search out. There's several facilities. I think Circle K is one that just comes to mind. And you can take your son or daughter there, and they can begin to learn how to ride. And then if you decide that you want to expand that and basically buy the horse, then you can do so. But if if your son or daughter decides that they don't want to continue down the pathway of riding a horse, and they get burned out, then hey, you've not made the investment in that horse.
Yes, and it's always great to give them the opportunity to see if it's something that they would enjoy before you dive in head first, because it is a lifestyle. I will tell you that it's a lot of work,
and it's not like going and picking out a puppy and bringing that puppy home, and then a week later little Johnny or Susie are tired of playing with the puppy, and so mom and dad have to take care of the puppy, and then it's a totally different experience. So moms, dads, I would certainly encourage you that if your son or daughter is interested in getting a horse or taking riding lessons, that maybe you seek out one of these facilities here in the area and get them some riding lessons. Let them see what the responsibilities are of owning a horse and or a pony, and before you actually make that big investment in purchasing that horse, and actually the responsibility that comes along with it.
Yes, and that's how I got started. I did not come from a horse family at all, so I was very, very blessed that when I started to show an initial interest in horses, I really started on a spring horse, right in front of the TV,
right.
riding my spring horse. And I think my mom and my dad decided that maybe they should put me on the real thing, but we were lucky to have a barn right around the corner, and I was able to start taking lessons, and that's how I got my start.
So you basically took the route that I was just explaining.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Right.
I was able to start riding lessons, and I started riding English, did a little bit of saddle seat, a little bit of hunter jumping, but mostly I just loved being around the horses. I would stay after, and my parents would be ready to go home, and I would just be scooping poop or doing whatever I could to help. I just loved being in the barn.
Well, that's something that everyone needs to understand. These different stables and barns that offer these riding lessons, they offer different types of payment systems, and some of the payment may be scooping the poop.
Exactly, in the form of labor. But when you love something, you'll do anything you can to be around it.
There's nothing better, I think, than being on the back of a horse.
It's true.
And having the freedom that you feel, and it's just amazing that these 1,000-pound, 1,200-pound animals, how they just make you feel whenever you're on the back, and the freedom that you can experience, and so it's just a wonderful feeling.
It's a beautiful way to see the world, and I'll tell you, I've seen these horses really work miracles for some people. Horseback riding, many people don't know, is a wonderful form of therapy for individuals that have limited physical abilities. So if they have special needs, muscular dystrophy, cerebral palsy, issues like that, where they have a difficult time building their leg muscles and their core muscles. And horses are a fantastic way to help build that strength and balance. But also to give these individuals the opportunity to be independent in a way that they never have been before. And we have a facility here in Cookeville called Manus Hannah that has horses that are trained specifically for individuals with those limitations.
Amy and I have been big supporters of Manus Hannah for many years now, and we think it is a wonderful, worthwhile project that's here in the Upper Cumberland, especially for those special needs children. Again, and to go back to what you were saying, people don't realize that horses bring that therapy to those special needs individuals, and so it's just like whenever you see taking special dogs into hospitals where especially trauma centers and burn units, how that dog can have that connection with the patient. That's exactly what we're having with the individuals with special needs.
Yes.
And to have a facility like Manus Hannah here in the Upper Cumberland and in the Cookeville area is just absolutely wonderful.
It is, and it's not always just the physical limitations. It's the emotional limitations or mental disabilities that some individuals have. And when they spend time with horses, they learn how to love something that's bigger than them. They learn, a lot of. I grew up with an uncle with severe Down syndrome, and he was the purest man, and he just loved unconditionally. And these horses, they love the same way, and it's wonderful to see the bond grow between these horses and those individuals.
Well, and it allows those individuals to open up.
Yes.
To your point, I mean, maybe you have someone that's not very verbal or nonverbal, and many times through horses they begin to express themselves.
Yes, they do. I get a little emotional every time I talk about Manus Hannah. I'm fortunate,
Well, I do too.
Fortunate to sit on their board and,
wonderful.
and have been involved with them for about 10 years now.
Awesome.
And I just love what they're doing at that facility.
Absolutely. And we want the audience to also understand that they look for certain horses, just like I was talking about earlier on the movement about how ranchers look for horses with that specific jog or trot. That's what they're looking for in those therapeutic horses.
Yes, absolutely. It takes a very special horse to be a therapy horse. And a lot of times at Manus Hannah, when we're looking for a new horse to add to the roster, we are looking for one that is as broke as it gets. We want them to have seen everything, because what we ask these riders to do a lot of times are things that test their balance. So reaching over, picking up sticks, moving them across the arena, hanging a ring on a pole. So these horses have to be very comfortable with changes in the weight on their back. They have to be comfortable with starting and stopping, moving on gently. So we do look for a very specific type of horse.
Absolutely. And again, not every horse is going to qualify to be able to be a therapeutic horse. And so they do look for those very specific horses. So, many times people want to maybe donate their horse and they don't always understand that horse may not qualify to be a therapeutic horse.
Exactly. Like I said, it takes a very special type of horse, and I'm fortunate to have seen a lot of really good ones come through Manus Hannah. It's been wonderful to see.
Well, wonderful. I'm so glad that you're a part of that, and I think that is definitely something worthwhile to be a part of. And so, any of our audience that's listening tonight that certainly has a special needs person in their life, and they've never experienced that type of therapy, then I think they should reach out to Manus Hannah.
Yes, they would love to hear from you. Everybody has a place there.
Yeah, I think that's wonderful. Well, let's see. We're in our. Is this our youth?
This is our youth ranch horse pleasure class, I believe. And I think we're about to wrap that up. So our ranch horses are focused on, again, the walk, the jog, the lope, moving on in a calm and collected manner, and hopefully on that loose rein again, moving off of the cues from their rider's legs and body, and really just moving in such a way that you would see them riding across the ranch.
Absolutely. And in your ranch horse pleasure classes, the riders can ride two-handed or one-handed, whichever they so choose. That's a little different than just your regular Western pleasure classes where the rider should be only riding with one hand.
Yes.
So this is, and it's also what we say, it's a little more ranchy.
It is.
So the riders can be dressed a little more like cowboys and cowgirls.
Exactly.
Don't always have to have the sparkly shirts and sparkly chaps as some of them wear at some of the other horse shows.
Exactly. And we're seeing a lot of different types of outfits here tonight, but everybody looks great. It's so much fun to see them out here tonight.
Absolutely. We were talking a few minutes ago about, having horses that are broke, and especially if you're looking for a horse for, your son or daughter. One way to find out if your horse is broke is to bring them to the county fair.
That's true. That is very true. There is a lot to see at the county fair. So there are lights and sounds and things that they've never seen before out on the farm. So we call it exposure therapy when we're trying to get a rodeo horse used to the sights and sound of a rodeo. Sometimes the first step to that is not even riding. It's just bringing them to see the sights and the sounds. So these horses that we see in the arena, their owners have done a wonderful job exposing them to some unique sights.
Now, this little lady that you're seeing on your screen right now on the bay horse is she's riding one-handed, and the horse is on the correct lead. She's loping, and she's doing a very nice job. She has what we call a very nice seat as she's loping around the arena. So, I would say that's a pleasure to ride.
Yes, absolutely. She sure looks like she's enjoying it. And now, whether they ride with one hand or two hands has to do with the type of bit that the horse has in its mouth.
Correct.
Because whether you ride one-handed or two-handed, it has to do with the amount of pressure that you're putting on your horse's head and the type of headstall and bit that you're using to get them to essentially work with you and do what you're asking them to do.
Exactly. And so usually if you're riding two-handed, you're riding in a snaffle bit.
Yeah, which is a little bit lighter on the horse's mouth. It's not as aggressive, so you can put a little bit more pressure. It's a little bit more forgiving.
Exactly. And usually if you're riding one-handed, you have what we call a shank bit, which is for usually an older horse. Most of the time in the discipline that I come from, we ride our 2, 3, 4, and 5-year-olds in a snaffle bit, and then we also use a hackamore, which is actually very similar to, some people call it a halter, but there's no bit in that horse's mouth. And then, of course, we break them then to use more of a shanked bit and a little more as the horse has gotten older. And one of the reasons that I come from a world called the working cow horse or rein cow horse, and it's a vaquero style of training, which is a Spanish cowboy. It's based on the traditions of those Spanish cowboys that came up through Southern California whenever they created the Spanish missions and those ranches. And so the reason that they would use a hackamore is because the horse mouth is developing as a 2, 3, 4, and 5-year-old, especially as a 2, 3, and 4-year-old. They're shedding their teeth, and so they would break those horses to ride in a hackamore so that the horse would naturally be able to shed their teeth and they wouldn't have a bit in their mouth.
Yes, and that's true patience with horsemanship right there. And that discipline is a beautiful discipline to watch. It really is.
It's also, we train those horses to actually do 3 to 4 events. We train them to do the reining, the cutting, as well as what we call going down the fence or fence work. And then usually the older horses, we actually train them to steer stop or rope.
Yes.
So those horses have a lot of training that goes into them.
Very versatile.
And very versatile horses.
It looks like we're wrapping up this class. We have a happy camper on her gray horse here, I think.
I think maybe Dad's out talking to her, and so
maybe not so happy.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I saw tears of joy.
Well, I certainly remember being a little boy and my dad having a serious conversation with me.
Yes, that's happened to me a time or two as well.
But again, as a lot of our classes tonight are for youth 18 and under. Again, this is a great way to teach a youth about responsibility.
Yes, and perseverance and determination, because let me tell you, this does not come easy. Nothing with a horse comes without a lot of hard work and a lot of patience.
So I think the little lady here, back number 274, I missed her name, but it looks like she is our blue ribbon winner, which that's the one we were talking about earlier.
Yes, she did an exemplary job. So excited for her.
Absolutely.
We had a little bit of a smaller class here.
So we'll actually go to youth ranch horse pleasure after this class. Or are we on youth ranch?
We are on ranch horse pleasure,
Okay.
I believe, and I think we're about to see some racking.
Oh,
next.
okay. Well, thank you for keeping me straight.
Well, I'm doing my best. We're trying really hard. We are trying hard.
So yes, we'll transition from Western horses to our racking horses in our next class. So,
Yes, and this is a discipline or a class that's open to the world. So anyone in Putnam County and beyond.
absolutely. So as the exhibitors clear out, I think we're going to go backstage.
And welcome backstage. I'm here live with Sean Jackson, Fair Board member at the Putnam County Fair. Sean, tell me a little bit about what we're seeing tonight. What happens back scenes to make some of this happen?
Oh man, it all starts off with the parking here. We get everybody parked in, get them close and tight as we can, and then they start pulling the horses out. And you can see these guys truly love showing their horses. You can see them brushing, combing, bathing them off. But by far, it's when they bust out the costumes for the costume class. That is what I love to see
that's
backstage.
Your favorite class. And
Absolutely.
I think that's coming up in just a couple classes. It certainly is one of the most exciting things. I remember watching it last year. There's such great entries. It's always exciting to see what the next new entry is. I know these contestants put a lot of energy and effort coming in here. And it's very crowded. There are all these big horse trailers. On other nights of the week at the fair, you're highly involved. I know you're highly involved backstage. So tell us a little bit about how you manage all the logistics and what that looks like.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So it is very tight back there. We have to find cooks and crannies for every little trailer, big trailer to get into, especially on our equine nights and on our motorsports nights. When we do the monster truck shows, it's tight, but we make it happen. We all work together. We get them in here. Derby night is a little crazy back there. They're all fired up and ready to go, but we always somehow make it work, and we try to put on a good show for everybody.
Absolutely. And every fair has its little secrets, and I'm sure you know a bunch. There's all kinds of things. Earlier we were talking about everybody's favorite fair food. What's your favorite fair food?
Well, speaking of the secrets, I will go into and let everybody know a little secret. And a lot of people don't know this. A lot of people, they may visit the barnyard down there, Grandma's barnyard, but the Klauses down there actually own the cast iron skillet, and they fix some fantastic food. They open up the open flame, and they offer everything with the cast iron.
I'm getting waved beside the stage. It looks like we may have some of that food here
Oh,
tonight.
my, yes,
Look
we
at
sure
that.
do.
Little biscuits and muscadine jelly. That's all cooked in a cast iron. So I think they may have heard somebody else talking about how that was their favorite.
They could have.
Sent that this way. but it's exciting. There's a lot of great things for families to come out, participate in. It's not just rides, but it's so much fun to be a part of this. It's a great experience. And if you had to tell people coming up, what is your favorite part of doing the fair and your favorite night to come out and bring your family?
I enjoy all the motorsports just because that's what I'm a part of here. But every night at the fair is something different. I truly love coming to the fair. I love seeing the kids. I love seeing the crowd. I love meeting new people every year. It's a fun atmosphere, and it's not just about the carnival. You know, a lot of people think, well, let's go to the fair. You know, we're going to ride rides. There's exhibit booths to look at here. There's demonstrations like the cast iron skillet down there, demonstrating how we cook over an open flame with a cast iron. It's a great atmosphere, and we try to make it family fun for everybody to come out and join us here.
Absolutely, it's great. Well, I think Sean and I are going to try some biscuits and muscadine jelly. But after this short break, we'll take it back to the show.
Thank you.
Bailey Tire Company can align anything. Bailey Tire Company can service the needs of any heavy-duty and commercial vehicle. Bailey Tire Company can align your heavy-duty equipment with pinpoint accuracy. Bailey Tire Company, 6150 Roberts Matthews Highway in Sparta.
Middle Tennessee Federal Credit Union has been Putnam County's hometown credit union since 1969. Middle Tennessee Federal Credit Union has 3 convenient locations in Cookeville and offers an array of services online at midtnfcu.com. Middle Tennessee Federal Credit Union is a proud supporter of WCTE PBS. The Putnam County Farm Bureau proudly supports the Putnam County Agricultural and Industrial County Fair and the education and sustainability of agriculture in the Upper Cumberland region.
Locations across the Upper Cumberland, One Bank of Tennessee provides personal and business banking, as well as insurance and investment services to the people of Tennessee. One Bank of Tennessee is proud to support WCTE Central Tennessee PBS.
Since their beginning in 1956, Swallows Insurance Agency has been providing protection for thousands of individuals and families throughout our region. Swallows Insurance cares about the safety and well-being of you, your family, and our community. Swallows Insurance Agency, with 3 locations in Cookeville, Livingston, and Smithville. Online at swallowsinsurance.com.
And we're back. We are here at the 99th Annual Putnam County Fair. Next year is going to be a big one.
Oh, I know, 100
We're
years.
excited for the Centennial Fair next year. But we are here broadcasting to you tonight from the Putnam County Horse Show. We just finished up with the Youth Ranch Horse Pleasure class, and we want to congratulate our winners. Katie Beth Randolph came in first place. Josiah Fortunato came in second place. Colson Love took third, and Carly Violet took fourth. We are now in our flat shod racking class.
Absolutely, and I believe they're already on the reverse. These horses are a pleasure to ride.
They certainly are. So for those of us who don't know much about racking, this is a very unique discipline. And the flat shod racking refers to a style of riding and showing where these horses are in flat shoes, much like the normal horseshoe shoes that we see on our quarter horses. In this flat shod racking class, our judges have asked our contestants to do a show walk, a slow rack, and a fast rack. And we are just now finishing up with that. The judge has asked our contestants to come line up so that she can talk to them a little bit about what she saw.
Absolutely. So as these horses come to the lineup, one in the performance horse world, especially in your racking and your walking horse world, the judge always walks the line to look at the conformation of the horses and to inspect the horses, and that is certainly always been part of the show experience in showing walking and racking horses.
Yes, and a horse's conformation refers to, as Mr. Paul Bailey was telling us, about how the horse is put together, right? So the build of the horse, how it carries itself. Sometimes we look at their top line, which goes from their withers to their hind end. We look at their neck, their legs, how their feet are shaped, and how they turn. So a lot goes into that horse's conformation.
Absolutely. And of course, those of you that are watching, you've noticed that many of the classes that we've already seen tonight are Western style classes, which most of those horses have either been quarter horses or they've been pain horses. That is totally a different breed than your walking and racking horse breed. And so you'll see that usually your walking horse and racking horses have more of a higher headset. Quarter horses usually have a lower headset, but your racking horses and your walking horses usually always have a higher headset, and that's part of the show experience with those horses. They want those horses to be at what we call up in the bridle, and they want them to basically be. It's kind of a pride, if you will, as far as the horse showing in the bridle and showing that they'll have a really nice, pretty neck, just like this horse that you're seeing on the screen right now.
Yes.
Has a beautiful top line, and again, of course, this red roan horse has a basically he's just a beautiful horse.
Yes, a roan horse is always a pretty horse. I have a preference to roan horses. I have one myself. But their conformation, these walking horses have a conformation that really lends itself to the discipline that they participate in. Now, a lot of what we see, whether we're looking at walking horses or we're looking at cutting horses, a lot of it is the training, but some of it really is the breed of the horse and how they're built and put together. So you'll notice a lot of times if you watch cutting disciplines or cow horses, their headsets are a little bit lower, whereas, as you mentioned, these walking horses have a higher, prouder headset.
Absolutely. If you notice, the horse in the middle there has how his neck comes up out of his shoulders. He's got a higher neck set and as well as a headset. And then, as I mentioned, as the horse is leaving the arena there, you notice how that he's carrying his neck and his head. Again, it's more of a higher headset and neck set than what your quarter horses have.
Exactly. And what a treat to watch. You can't imagine the amount of training that goes into teaching these horses to walk this way and to work with their riders like this.
Absolutely. And of course, your racking horses and walking horses, they just have such a smooth gait.
They do.
And they're certainly a pleasure to ride. I grew up riding walking horses.
I've never ridden a walking horse, but I can imagine it was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. My dad actually trained walking horses whenever I was just a baby, really, up until I was about 6 years old. And he continues now to trade with mules and walking horses. So certainly been around those. All right, we're going backstage again to see Eric.
Katie Randolph, one of our Blue Ribbon contestants. Not just minutes ago, you were on a horse out there in the arena. Tell us a little bit about it.
So I was out in Youth Ranch Pleasure, and I just won, and then I won Youth Walk-Trot and Youth Western Pleasure.
Oh, how exciting. Those are 3 great entries to be involved in. Now, I see 2 blue ribbons, but I think, didn't you win all 3?
Yeah, I won 3, so my mom has the other one in her hand.
Oh,
so.
Congratulations. So tell me, what's your horse's name?
My horse, his name is Bubba, and the other one is Ace.
Bubba and Ace.
Yes.
And did you ride 2 different horses for these events?
Yes.
Oh, that's exciting. So that's a lot of work to get your horses out, bring them out to the fair, get involved tonight. But it's obviously a great passion for you, isn't it?
Yes. I've been doing it my whole life.
All right, what color is your horse's?
So my horse is a bay, so it's like a dark brown, and then the other one is like black.
Okay. Well, those sound like beautiful horses. You did great tonight, obviously. Growing up in an agricultural family here in
Yes.
Putnam County,
Yep.
what's that like? Is that a real treat?
I think it's a good experience. You know, you learn a lot of different things when you're out on the farm and stuff. You learn a lot of valuable lessons. So I think it's just good for kids to grow up in that.
Well, that's a great opportunity for you to have, and it's a great opportunity for us to be coming back here at the county fair. It's just a really exciting event. Thank you so much for coming in. We've got your blue ribbons, and congratulations to you, Katie.
Thank you.
All right, back to you guys.
88 from the Putnam
Enjoy a summer of fun and laughter at the Putnam County Fair. Ride the Ferris wheel or meet the chickens and cows. Putnam County has just what you're looking for in a fair. You won't want to miss out on this year's Putnam County Fair, open from July 31st to August 9th.
With locations across the Upper Cumberland, One Bank of Tennessee provides personal and business banking, as well as insurance and investment services to the people of Tennessee. One Bank of Tennessee is proud to support WCTE Central Tennessee PBS.
The Putnam County Farm Bureau proudly supports the Putnam County Agricultural and Industrial County Fair and the education and sustainability of agriculture in the Upper Cumberland region. Middle Tennessee Federal Credit Union has been Putnam County's hometown credit union since 1969. Middle Tennessee Federal Credit Union has 3 convenient locations in Cookeville and offers an array of services online at midtnfcu.com. Middle Tennessee Federal Credit Union is a proud supporter of WCTE PBS.
Welcome back to the 99th annual Putnam County Fair, and we're at the Thursday Night Horse Show.
Thursday Night Horse Show showing, sharing all of the fun and excitement with you. We are getting started on our costume contest class, and I have been looking forward to this one all evening.
Absolutely. Let me tell you, as someone who has had children participating in this class, there is more work, more thought that goes into this class than any class out here tonight.
You know, they have to start tomorrow for next year's costume class, and you can see that there is they have pulled out all the stops with some of these costumes. No expense spared.
No expense spared. And I tell you, it's always fun to, you know, mom is usually the one that's always thinking up the costume idea, but you notice that dad's leading the pony.
Yes, exactly. And I just love seeing these kids. Now, this is a 10 and under class. So this is for our little ones. And we talked a little bit earlier about the importance of having broke horses sometimes. And you really need a broke horse sometimes to participate in the costume contest. And it looks like we've got a Furby here.
Absolutely.
A Furby and her horse partner.
Absolutely. And so, you know, and one thing that I will say, you've got to, before you get to the fair, you need to put some of the contraption on the horse or pony before you actually get to the fair to make sure that they'll accept it.
You've got to do a test run.
You've got to make a test run just to be sure that they're going to behave. The horse is going to behave whenever we get here to the fair.
Exactly, because a lot of these horses aren't used to fairy wings and glitter on their back.
Lights flashing. Look at the lights on.
Exactly.
Flashing on the
contestant number 80. This is Ava Kate Jones and her mom Jamie. And if you know Ava Kate, then you certainly know her mom Jamie Demps. She
Absolutely.
is a fair participant every year. She has grown up around horses, and Ava Kate is following in her footsteps.
Well, I hate to say it, but you know, I remember when she was born.
When Jamie was born.
Oh yeah.
Jamie, a lot of people remember when Jamie was born. She's been making an impact since she was very young. She's an amazing horsewoman, and she has taught Ava Kate everything she knows. And let me tell you, they are such a treat to watch from the costume contest all the way down the rodeo road. Ava Kate is already following in Jamie's footsteps.
Oh my goodness, we've got the Addams family going on here. Now this is again one of those costumes that took a lot of thought, a lot of time, and a lot of hard work in putting it together.
And a very special pony as well.
Absolutely.
A very
Absolutely.
special pony. This is such a fun class to watch.
One of the funnest classes that we'll see tonight.
Absolutely, sure is. So we have got the Putnam County Horse Show tonight, and we are wrapping up the Putnam County Fair this week. We've just got a couple of days left. We've got the rodeo tomorrow night, so it was good for me to come out here and check out the ground before running in the rodeo tomorrow night.
Now, you just said something there that most of our audience doesn't understand whenever you say you're checking out the ground.
I'm checking out the ground.
Because those of us that actually participate in show, the ground is very important to us.
It's extremely important. We appreciate our ground crew so much. They keep this dirt turned over for us. They keep it wet when it's too dry. They try to dry it out for us when it's too wet. They move the dirt. They haul it in. They take it out. Everything they can do to really help keep our horses and our riders safe during these events.
Absolutely. And to your point, good ground is as much about safety as it is anything.
Absolutely, because you have these horses, they're large, they're strong, and they run in here and they put, they give you everything they've got. These rodeo horses, they know no fear. And
Absolutely.
so they run in going, it feels like sometimes 1,000,000 miles an hour. And we are so thankful when we've got ground that holds them up.
Absolutely. So, you just brought a good point. There's so many different departments here in the city and the county that actually help with putting on the fair. Your sheriff's department, your EMS, your Putnam County Police Department, the highway department, central maintenance. I mean, there's so many different departments of county and city government that go into helping prepare the fair for everyone to come and enjoy.
Yeah, it takes a village or a county. It takes an entire county to bring this fair to life. And we're so appreciative of everybody who works so hard year round, really, not just during Fair Week.
Absolutely. And, I served on the White County Fair Board for about 15 years. And I can say those individuals that are serving as your Putnam County School Board, they work so hard. And it's a year-round planning session.
It is, and they love it. They do it because they love it.
Absolutely. They want to bring a good experience for those that want to come and enjoy the fair. And, many times people think about the carnival being the fair. That's not the fair. The fair is what you're seeing here tonight. It's the horse show. It's the rodeo.
Yes.
It's the various events that are being put on by the fair board, and they work really hard. And the exhibits that we see under the grandstands.
Yes.
I mean, it's wonderful that people still bring their canned goods out, and they bring their various, their tomatoes, their melons, and so forth. Their baking goods. I mean,
Yes.
it's just really something to see all that.
Yes, I had the opportunity to walk through the exhibit earlier this evening, and I looked at all the tomatoes and the watermelons, and I thought to myself, good gosh, my garden didn't make anything this year. My garden was really struggling this year. But there are some people that just have a much greener thumb than I do. But it's so much fun to see all of that. And I can imagine that when people bring those baked goods in, it's fun to be a judge too, because you have to taste everything, probably more than once.
Well, and let me tell you, again, I mentioned that I was on the fair board, so many times other fairs would call and ask you, being a fair board member from another county, to come and judge those different baking contests and so forth. So it's absolutely wonderful to be able to listen. You're full by the time you're.
That's a fun one to be a part of.
Absolutely. So. But, again, we just appreciate all of those that work really hard making the fair go on. I believe we've got
a winner.
We've got a winner. And I think we've got Miss Dolly.
It's Ava Kate Jones as Dolly Parton, led by her mom, Jamie Demps.
Absolutely. Well, again, as you mentioned, Jamie's no stranger to the winner's circle.
She is not. She is not. We get a little nervous when we see her coming. I can tell you that girl can ride.
She can. She absolutely can. And so happy for her and Ava Kate.
Yes, I am as well. And they are just wrapping up our costume class as we hear the rest of our winners. Jamie getting some pictures of Ava Kate.
And I believe the Adams family is reserve in this class.
I believe so. That was a great costume. That was fun.
Oh, absolutely. Again, thank you to the moms and dads.
Fantastic. Well, we are going to send it backstage. We've got another interview with Eric Walker.
Welcome backstage here at the WCD production of the Putnam County Horse Show.
Yes.
I'm so excited to have you here tonight, Carrie. Sorry.
Carrie Clinton, yes.
Katie was on earlier with the Blue Ribbons.
Eric,
and
yep.
Carrie, it's so exciting to have you and your support with Middle Tennessee Federal Credit Union of WCTE and this production of the Putnam County Fair. Now, we're watching some great action out there in the field. That's the great part about being backstage. We got front row seats.
I know, it's amazing.
There's some great kids out there. I know I saw all these great floats.
Yep.
What was your favorite one?
I'm gonna go with Dolly, probably. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Grand Ole Opry.
Yeah.
That's certainly a good one. It brings out my inner kid. We had a horse growing up. But,
that's awesome.
But I never got to bring it to the fair and do a thing. I imagine I would have been like a pony-powered rocket ship or something. But it's so much fun. It's a great experience for families.
It is, absolutely. Sure is. Brings family together, and it's just a great time to be at the Putnam County Fair tonight. Yes.
Yeah. So you have some involvement personally in the fair.
A little bit.
You've been participating in a few
We
things.
have. We've been entering in the fair entry day. My daughter actually won a best of show, so one of her entries. So we're really proud of that, and of several blue ribbons, and just a lot of fun here. So many things to do at the Putnam County Fair.
That's so exciting. We have you're Master Gardener as well, correct?
Yep. I used to be a Master Gardener, so they have an awesome booth. If you haven't been to that, you need to check that out behind the South Grandstands. They have an awesome place to cool off and things for the kids to do. It's just a really fun place.
Yeah, and the fair is certainly so much fun.
Awesome. I love
got
it.
Their favorite ride.
I'm a
We've
fair
been
girl.
talking about secrets all night around the fair, whether it's cast iron cooking, fried Oreos.
That's fun. That is fun.
Absolutely. But Master Gardening is certainly one of those little spots that you can find and exhibit and see all the hard work.
So much hard work. Oh my goodness. Yes. I mean, they put so much work and time and effort into that. Yes.
Well, thank you guys so much for your support of the horse show.
We're proud to sponsor WCTE.
Absolutely. And we're proud to have your sponsorship. And you guys serve a big area in the Upper Cumberland, and so does WCTE.
Absolutely. Yes, we do. And we're proud to be a sponsor. Yes. We're glad to be here.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you, Eric.
We're going to send it back to you guys with the horse show. Bye.
Bailey Tire Company can align anything. Bailey Tire Company can service the needs of any heavy-duty and commercial vehicle. Bailey Tire Company can align your heavy-duty equipment with pinpoint accuracy. Bailey Tire Company, 6150 Roberts Matthews Highway in Sparta.
The Putnam County Farm Bureau proudly supports the Putnam County Agricultural and Industrial County Fair and the education and sustainability of agriculture in the Upper Cumberland region. Middle Tennessee Federal Credit Union has been Putnam County's hometown credit union since 1969. Middle Tennessee Federal Credit Union has 3 convenient locations in Cookeville and offers an array of services online at midtnfcu.com. Middle Tennessee Federal Credit Union is a proud supporter of WCTE PBS.
Locations across the Upper Cumberland, One Bank of Tennessee provides personal and business banking as well as insurance and investment services to the people of Tennessee. One Bank of Tennessee is proud to support WCTE Central Tennessee PBS.
Since their beginning in 1956, Swallows Insurance Agency has been providing protection for thousands of individuals and families throughout our region. Swallows Insurance cares about the safety and well-being of you, your family, and our community. Swallows Insurance Agency, with 3 locations in Cookeville, Livingston, and Smithville. Online at swallowsinsurance.com.
We are here at the 99th Annual Putnam County Fair. We are bringing you all the fun and excitement of the Putnam County Horse Show. My name is Kate Neisowitz-Scott, and I am here with Senator Paul Bailey.
It's just Paul.
Oh, Mr. Paul.
It's just Paul.
Well, Paul, tell us a little bit about what's going on in the arena now.
Well, we currently have a Border Collie demonstration taking place in the arena. These Border Collies are actually herding ducks.
They are trained to herd, and I have a dog at home, and she's not a Border Collie, and she's certainly not trained to herd ducks. That's for sure.
Exactly. But these dogs are super trained, and you notice that they are so attentive to their handler, and they're watching his every move. And just as he's walking out to the end of the arena at the present time, those dogs are paying very close attention to him. And so whatever cue or signal that he gives those dogs, they'll certainly do it, whether that's herding ducks, leaving the arena, herding sheep, herding cattle, herding horses. Exactly. Whatever he instructs those dogs to do, that's certainly what they'll do. There are lots of, we've talked about the training of the horses tonight. There's a lot of training that goes into these dogs.
Yes, we have been privileged to see the amount of training that we've seen tonight, not just with the horses, but with these Border Collies as well. They're such a fun and special breed, and it's so neat to watch them do what they love.
I've had a couple of Border Collies in my life, and there's not a sweeter dog than a Border Collie. But now they have to have a job. They're not necessarily a dog that you just get to be a pet. They have to have a job, especially when they're young.
They're extremely high energy, but they do have an amazing disposition.
Yep. Okay, well, let's go backstage to see Eric and Dolly.
Okay.
Nicely, please.
Hey, everybody, welcome backstage at the Putnam County Fair. We have another blue ribbon winner back here. We got Jamie and Ava Kay. Hey, Ava, how are you doing tonight?
Good.
What do you got right there? Is that a blue ribbon?
Yes.
Oh, did you win that? What were you tonight? Who are you? Are you Dolly Parton?
Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton. Oh, my gosh. And what a ride did you have? Can you tell me your horse's name?
Honey Bear.
Honey Bear. I used to have a stuffed animal named Honey Biscuit when I was a kid. That reminds me of that. What color is your horse?
Red.
Red.
Oh, it's a red horse. Well, Ava Kay, congratulations. You put on a heck of a show tonight. I'm sure you had a lot of help from your mama, too.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
All right. Well, thank you, Ava. Thanks for coming out and talking to me tonight. All right, guys, back to you.
Bailey Tire Company can align anything. Bailey Tire Company can service the needs of any heavy-duty and commercial vehicle. Bailey Tire Company can align your heavy-duty equipment with pinpoint accuracy. Bailey Tire Company, 6150 Roberts Matthews Highway in Sparta.
The Putnam County Farm Bureau proudly supports the Putnam County Agricultural and Industrial County Fair and the education and sustainability of agriculture in the Upper Cumberland region.
Enjoy a summer of fun and laughter at the Putnam County Fair. Ride the Ferris wheel or meet the chickens and cows. Putnam County has just what you're looking for in a fair. You won't want to miss out on this year's Putnam County Fair, open from July 31st to August 9th.
Locations across the Upper Cumberland, One Bank of Tennessee provides personal and business banking, as well as insurance and investment services to the people of Tennessee. One Bank of Tennessee is proud to support WCTE Central Tennessee PBS.
Welcome back. I'm Paul Bailey with my good friend Kate Scott, and we're at the 99th annual Putnam County Fair, and we're currently watching our Putnam County Horse Show. It looks as if we have our adult Western pleasure class coming into the arena at this time. We only have 2 exhibitors in this class, Miss Kate.
Yes.
So, I sometimes think being a judge, it's certainly harder to judge just 2 horses than it is 20 horses.
I would say so. And this is our adult Western pleasure class. So far, we have seen mostly our youth classes this evening. We already saw a youth Western pleasure class, and now we have the over 18s showing off their skills with adult Western pleasure. Just for the folks out there who are maybe a little bit less familiar with the horse terminology, the Western pleasure, we are looking for a walk, jog, and lope. We're looking for some smooth transitions between those speeds or those gaits, and we're looking for these horses to move on with a calm, collected manner with a nice low headset, as you can see on the screen.
Absolutely. So when we talk again about Western pleasure horses, this horse that you're seeing, entry number 139, is what the judge should be looking for to place in this class.
Yes, and that's Ashley Worrell, entry number 139. She was doing a great job with her horse, keeping his headset nice and low. You saw a drape in her reins that shows that the horse is very responsive to her cues that aren't coming from the reins. So her leg pressure, her seat, really just a great example of this Western pleasure discipline.
Absolutely. So it looks like we've ended up with 3 entries in the class instead of just 2.
It looks like that. Mr. Matt Julian looks like he jumped in there.
He jumped in there, absolutely. So here's Miss Worrell again, and she's loping.
Our judges have asked them to move on to a little bit of a jog and then a lope.
And again, the judge, one of the things that the judge is looking for is to make sure that these horses are on what we call the correct lead. Yes. And that means that the inside front leg is the lead leg.
Yes.
And you can just see this horse now, how that front left leg, the inside leg, is actually the lead leg there. And so
yes.
that's the way we define being on the correct lead. If the leg against the fence, which the horse just changed at that time, you can see the difference.
And that's really for the comfort of the horse and ease of movement, right? If they're
Absolutely.
Moving on that correct lead, it keeps them balanced, it keeps them centered, it helps you stay balanced, and it really helps them to move a lot more efficiently.
Exactly. And just like you've talked about your barrel horses tonight, when I show the rein cow horses, we have to train those horses to be on the correct lead when we're actually circling a cow.
Correct.
Because if the horse is out of lead behind, maybe that the horse is it's something that our audience may not realize, but a horse can be on the correct lead in the front, but be on the wrong lead behind. And so you have to have those horses whenever you're doing the discipline that I'm showing, the rein cow horse. You have to have those horses on the correct lead, front and behind, to be able to catch the cow.
Yes, exactly. And a lot of these disciplines, time really matters, and being able to move quickly really matters in reining, and of course in my discipline in barrel racing. And I need my horses to be on the correct lead going around the barrel, because that allows us to get closer to that barrel and move around it more quickly, because even hundredths or thousandths of a second matter in barrel racing.
Let me tell you, in your barrel racing, absolutely, it comes down to hundredths of a second.
It sure does.
That means the difference of getting a paycheck and not getting a paycheck.
Yes, sometimes it's, you can, when you see it come down to hundredths and thousands of a second, you're running with some really, really nice horses, and there are a lot of them in this area.
Absolutely. And speaking, I'm just talking about the difference in you winning money relative to the barrel racing. In tonight's classes, the winner receives a check for $50, and reserve is $40. Third place receives $30, and then fourth place receives $20. So those are set amounts for first, second, third, and fourth place.
Yes.
Where in events like you and I show in, many times it's based on the number of entries.
Yes, absolutely. So we are in a pay-to-play sport. So
Exactly.
a lot of people, I think, don't know that when they come to a rodeo because it is a form of entertainment and they buy tickets to watch. But we pay to be there. We pay to play, and all that money gets pooled. And the more people that show up to enter the events, the more money that gets paid out.
Absolutely, and we call that a jackpot.
Yes, exactly.
We call that a jackpot. So there's a portion of that entry fee that you're paying that goes into the jackpot that the riders are riding for.
Yep.
And then there's also a portion of that that goes to the show promoter to basically be able to pay for all the expenses that the show promoter has in putting on that show.
Yes, exactly. We've got setup fees and stock that we need to take care of. And so there's a lot that goes into these events that we have here at the fair.
Absolutely. And, that's something that I also want our audience to understand is that, the reason they charge a gate fee to people coming into the fair, this isn't free.
No,
And I mean, they have to pay for electric. They have to pay for all of these premiums that you're seeing paid out tonight. Yes, they have sponsors, but when you stop and think about that, everyone that enters and receives, first, second, third, or fourth place, whether it be in the horse show, the cow show, the rodeo event, the demolition derby, all of that comes at an expense.
Yes.
And so they have to have the gate fee to come in to basically help pay for that. I remember, again, being on the White County Fair Board, our insurance just to cover the demolition derby at the time and the motorcycle races was $10,000.
Yes.
And so
expensive.
it's very expensive to put those shows, to all the various shows together and to put it on. And there's a huge expense that goes along with that.
There is. And you mentioned our sponsors. We could not do any of this. We could not have a Putnam County Fair without our sponsors. So we have got to shout out to One Bank, Swallows Insurance, Bailey Tire Company. Thank you very much for your sponsorship of the Putnam County Fair. We've got Farm Bureau Insurance, and we've got the Middle Tennessee Federal Credit Union. And we are so thankful to all of our sponsors for making it possible to have 99 county fairs so far.
99 county fairs. And so, you mentioned earlier, next year will be the 100th Putnam County Fair, the Centennial Fair. And, they may be at their new fairgrounds next year.
They might. And what a way to celebrate 100 years of the Putnam County Fair.
It would be an awesome celebration. Obviously, this fairgrounds has a lot of sentimental value to me because this is where I was showing horses growing up. And so it always has a sentimental value. But, Cookeville has grown so much, and they've outgrown this fairground. And so they have they had a vision, and so they were able to purchase over 100 and something acres, and now they're going to have a very nice fairgrounds and all new buildings, and so they'll be able to have a lot more events.
Yes, and we are excited for that. It looks like we are wrapping up our adult Western pleasure. We are going to send it back for another interview with Eric Walker. He's backstage.
All right, and welcome again backstage. I'm Eric Walker, and I have a very special guest again, and this is Ashley Jo White. Hi, Ashley. Say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
There you go. So you just won a blue ribbon. You want to show that off? Look at that. Now, what was your event tonight, Ashley?
Pony walk-trot.
Pony walk-trot. How neat was that? Well, it sounds like you did a pretty good job to get a blue ribbon.
I want a pony walk-trot.
So what kind of horse do you have?
A yellow-orange pony.
A yellow-orange pony. How exciting. It sounds like you did a great job. You got quite the cowgirl hat on tonight. You want to tip your hat to the camera? There you go. That's a true cowgirl if I've ever seen one. Well, Ashley Jo, great job tonight. Congratulations. Why don't we wave to everybody as we send it back?
Since their beginning in 1956, Swallows Insurance Agency has been providing protection for thousands of individuals and families throughout our region. Swallows Insurance cares about the safety and well-being of you, your family, and our community. Swallows Insurance Agency, with 3 locations in Cookeville, Livingston, and Smithville. Online at swallowsinsurance.com. Bailey Tire Company can align anything. Bailey Tire Company can service the needs of any heavy-duty and commercial vehicle. Bailey Tire Company can align your heavy-duty equipment with pinpoint accuracy. Bailey Tire Company, 6150 Roberts Matthews Highway in Sparta.
The Putnam County Farm Bureau proudly supports the Putnam County Agricultural and Industrial County Fair and the education and sustainability of agriculture in the Upper Cumberland region.
And we're back. We are here at the 99th Putnam County Fair. We're here at the annual Putnam County Horse Show. We just wrapped up our adult Western pleasure class, and we are wanting to congratulate our winners. In first place, we have Ashley Worrell. She's the young lady that we saw on the screen. She did such a great job.
Yes, she
She
did.
did an exemplary job with her horse, demonstrating the principles of Western pleasure. Second place went to Matt Julian, and third place went to Leanne Archer. And you are seeing on the screen now some contestants in our country pleasure class.
And this is a gaited horse class. So again, it's transitioning from your quarter horses back over to your gaited horses, which are usually Tennessee walking horses.
Yes, exactly. And we've already seen our Tennessee walkers. We saw a little bit of racking earlier. If you just tuned in, you still have some more racking to look forward to. And we also see some mules in this class.
Yeah, absolutely. Mules are gaited as well.
They are. And the mules are, I have heard, I've never ridden a mule, but I've heard they are a lot of fun to ride.
They can be a lot of fun. They can also be stubborn.
Well, we have heard that.
But you can see this is a gaited mule right here. Look at how he's pacing and walking. And so, and certainly pretty. He's got 4 stockings.
Yes, he is very pretty.
And those of you in the audience that are watching, if you, when I refer to stockings, I'm talking about that he has 4 white legs up to his knees in the front and up to his hocks in the back, and we call that stockings.
Yes. There's an old saying that came from one of my favorite Western films. It's True Grit. I'm sure you've seen True Grit with John Wayne.
John Wayne.
And one of the famous lines from that movie was, they've got 1 white sock by him, 2 white socks try him, 3 white socks be on the sly, 4 white socks pass him by.
Yeah.
But this one looks like he made the cut.
This one definitely made the cut, and you're exactly right. And I've actually used that when I've gone to look at horses before.
Well, because sometimes you just never know. Sometimes it's hard to choose.
Absolutely. I don't know about you, but, horses have a little swirl in their forehead.
They do.
And so, many times I'm looking at that little swirl where it's located in their forehead as to whether or not that they're a horse that I think that'll work as well.
Well, and tell our audience what they need to look for.
Well, they need to look for, whenever the horse has a swirl in their head, in their forehead, sometimes that the swirl may mean that the horse is an easygoing horse, a calm horse. The swirl could also mean that the horse has a lot of energy, is not as trainable, and so you just have to look as to which swirl is best, and you make that decision.
Yes, and always some neat little tips and tricks to look for when you're looking at different horses.
And that doesn't always mean that the horse isn't going to work out, but those are just little things that as we've gone through the years of buying horses, and you always say, well, where's the swirl at? And
yes.
And so you look in the forehead to try to find the swirl. Many times you're talking about the four stockings pass them by. Many times if you have a horse that has two swirls, definitely pass them by.
I think I might have one of those. And I do need to correct myself. In the adult Western, it was actually Miss Leanne Archer who took the win, Matt Julian in second, and Ashley Worrell came in third. So now we see our contestants in the adult ranch horse, or the country pleasure, lining up for the judge, Miss Danielle Johnson, to walk the line.
Absolutely. Again, she's checking out each contestant, looking at their conformation. She should be asking these horses to at least take a step backwards. Again, that's showing a willingness and non-resistance of being in the bridle. And you want that horse to be willing to back up.
Yes. And we can see a little bit of the different horse personalities here. We have some that are standing quietly and some that are very excited to be here at the fair.
Absolutely. And then you've got your mule who's standing there very quietly.
And look at him. He's doing a great job. He or she is doing a fantastic job.
Absolutely. And again, you have a cross section of, you have anywhere from your bays, your sorrels to, the walking horse people call their horses spotted horses, where in the quarter horse world we call ours paint horses, right?
And I love a paint horse. They're so pretty.
And so
some people have different opinions about paint horses, just like the stockings or the swirls, but I think they're beautiful.
Absolutely. And so what we're seeing here tonight is we would say these are spotted horses that are in this class, since it's a gated class.
Yes. And I have an actual spotted horse. He's an Appaloosa.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Okay.
Yes.
Well, wonderful.
Yes.
Very good. Very good. Very good.
Your entry number 20, we had you down as 107. Your entry 20.
Just a little bit of a correction here between the PA announcer and one of our contestants, making sure we've got the right match between name and number.
Absolutely.
All right, results are coming in.
Here we go. We got the results coming in right now.
Place, entry 76 with the blue ribbon, Isabella Walker.
Isabella Walker takes first place on her pretty paint horse.
Spotted horse.
Spotted horse.
Spotted horse.
Spotted horse.
Yeah. Spotted horse.
Your third place winner, entry 104, Maddie Goff. And winning fourth place, entry 98, Sydney Stamina.
And we've got our fairest of the fair handing out our ribbons while these contestants exit the arena.
Absolutely.
Some beautiful horses and mules in this class. So that wraps up our country pleasure, and we are getting all set for adult ranch horse pleasure.
So we'll be transitioning back to, quarter horses.
Back to the quarter horses.
And possibility of having some paint horses in that class.
Yes.
And then, I see a class coming up after the adult ranch horse pleasure that you may be interested in. It's called the One Barrel Speed Race.
Yes, I am excited for that one. I have done the 3 barrels at the rodeo, but that 1 barrel is something to see. You should see those horses. When those girls send them into the arena, they're really moving. So I'm excited to see that 1 barrel race. That'll be fun.
Absolutely. So as we prepare for our class number 12, this is our adult ranch horse pleasure class here at the Putnam County Fair. It's Miss Kate and I'm Paul Bailey joining you, and we're certainly happy that you've joined in with us tonight to be a part of the Putnam County Fair Horse Show. We've got classes that are specific only to Putnam County residents, as well as we have classes that are open to the world, which means anyone from anywhere can come and show in those individual classes. We've certainly tried to bring several aspects of horses to you this evening, as we've talked about quarter horses, we've talked about walking and racking horses, spotted horses, as well as paint horses. And we hope that you've garnered just a little bit of information. We've also talked about therapeutic riding.
We have. We've covered a lot of ground tonight.
We've covered a lot of ground tonight. So, it's certainly... hopefully our audience has learned something relative to horses. We've also talked about if you have a son or daughter or grandson or granddaughter that's interested in horses, especially if they're at home watching the horse show tonight, that if you don't want to make that investment in a horse, that you can find a stables here in the area that offers riding lessons and give them the opportunity to be able to experience horses.
That experience before making the investment. And we have a lot of opportunities around here for people to be involved with horses and learn whether or not it's something that they want to pursue a little bit more. So we have a few classes left in the Putnam County Horse Show, and that will finish up our Thursday night activities. The fair is not over yet, though. We've talked a little bit about the rodeo coming up tomorrow night. So
and you're going to be participating?
I will be participating. I will be in the barrel racing tomorrow night. So we are looking forward to that. And then our final day of the fair, I believe, is Saturday, and we will finish everything off with the Demolition Derby.
Which
is a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
A lot of fun. Have you ever been in a Demolition Derby?
I have not been in I feel like I've been in a Demolition Derby a lot. But no, I've not actually participated in a Demolition Derby. Have you?
I have.
Awesome.
I participated in the White County Fair Demolition Derby. Oh my gosh, my husband's gonna be so disappointed that I can't remember. I think it was the V8 class.
Okay.
I can't remember, but my husband he wanted to be in the Demolition Derby, so. I said, well, I can't let you do it by yourself.
Right.
So he and his crew over at Scott's Auto,
JP at Scott's Auto.
They put me together a hot pink car.
Awesome.
And so you could see me coming. I was not very stealthy, but I actually won the Mad Dog Award that year.
Wow.
I didn't make it to the end, but I think that's the one for the most effort that hits the hardest. So they gave me the Mad Dog Award. So we had a lot of fun that year. I know it's going to be a great time at the Demolition Derby here on Saturday night. So if you haven't been out to the fair yet, you've got a couple more nights before we wrap things up for the year.
Let me ask you a question about the rodeo. Remind me, do they run all contestants, or do they run just slack in the afternoon, and then those that draw up for the actual showtime, rodeo time? Tell me how that works.
Yes, so this is something that I think our audience may not realize about the rodeo is that we have a rodeo show. It lasts about 2 hours, and the stock contractor will run a certain number of contestants in each event, usually 10 or 12. So tomorrow they'll run about 12 in each event, the team roping, the breakaway, the barrels. But as you can imagine, there's probably a lot more than 12 people signing up for each of these events. So after the rodeo is done, when everybody leaves late tomorrow night, the rodeo will keep on going, and you can stick around if you want to watch slack, but they will run kind of a second rodeo without all the music and excitement, but they'll run the rest of the contestants late tomorrow night.
Yeah, our audience may not always realize that rodeos are a production. And just as you mentioned, there is a set amount of time to keep that audience captivated. That's usually a 2 hour to 2.5 hour time frame. And so many times you may not realize that the winner is actually in the slack
or on a different day. These rodeos go on multiple days, sometimes 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, exactly. So, you see those that are running the barrels, you see those that are roping, you see the bronc riders, the bull riders, and you may think that, someone that you've just seen during the regular production has won, when in reality it may have been someone else that was running in what we call the slack.
Exactly, and that slack can go on until all hours of the evening or the morning. So the rodeo road is not for the faint of heart. Sometimes you run slack at 11 p.m., midnight, and then if you're away from home, you might be in the car for a couple of hours after that, or in the truck hauling home after that.
Or you may be going, if you're running just like Friday night, you may have another rodeo on Saturday. And guess what? You may be in the slack, which means that you ran at 11 o'clock on Friday night, but you've got to be in slack at another rodeo at 11 o'clock the next day. And you have to drive all night to get there to run it. Yeah, exactly. So rodeoing is definitely not for the faint of heart, especially if you're serious about it and if you're a top contender. And, we've had several individuals here in this area that have been very good rodeo contenders and so forth, especially in the roping. The Walker boys, we can talk about the Walker boys that have certainly been Putnam Countyans that have, participated in a lot of rodeos and roping and grew up that way. So
yes, and we saw Jamie Demps earlier with her daughter Ava Kate. Jamie is a breakaway roper and a barrel racer, so she is a multi-event cowgirl. I think we'll see Ashley Martin here in one of our show classes in just a bit, and she's also a barrel racer.
Absolutely. Well, I think we are about to go backstage to our fairest of the fair, and Eric Walker.
Welcome again backstage, and man, I'm in the presence of royalty at the Putnam County Fair. We have 3 of our fair pageant winners this year. And now I know you guys have been working the fair hard this week, showing off everything, really being ambassadors of the fair is what I understand. We've got Mila, Eva Bell, and Bella here tonight. So tell me one of your favorite things about the fair.
My favorite thing about the fair is probably just seeing your whole community come together. Cookeville isn't the small town that it used to be at all, but it's so exciting to see everybody come together for one special event.
There's so many things I love about the fair, but my favorite would have to be the monster truck show and the food.
Yeah, I'm going to have to say the food. I sure do love a funnel cake.
Certainly. There is a lot of great food at the fair. We've been talking about that all night. But we've also got a few hints and secrets about things going on, what's going around the fair. Why don't you tell some of our viewers some of the hidden tricks you might find on the fairgrounds or what you might know that they don't know if they come visit the next day or two?
I would definitely have to say there's a grease pig contest, and you can win $20 if you catch a pig. So do it.
There's really good snacks in the fair office.
If you do the grease pig catching contest, do not let the people choose the pig for you.
Well, now you sound like you're speaking from experience.
Yeah, they chose the wrong one.
Well, it's so much fun that y'all were in the grease pig contest and so many great things going on here at the fair. And we've just got so many great events going on. And what's your favorite horse stuff out there?
Ooh, I would definitely have to say the ones that like trollop a certain way. They're so cool. Like, I didn't know horses could do that. I don't know much about horses, but that's definitely really cool.
Well, tell me something about what you do know. So tell me each what you won this week in the county fair.
So I'm your 2025 Putnam County Fairs of the Fair.
I'm your 2025 preteen miss.
And I'm your 2025 teen miss Putnam County Fair.
Well, there you have it, folks. True royalty at the fair. I'm just honored to be in the presence of them. This is such great. You guys really do a good job of being ambassadors for both the fair and the community. And we just thank you so much for coming out tonight.
Thank you for having us tonight.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Back to you.
Middle Tennessee Federal Credit Union has been Putnam County's hometown credit union since 1969. Middle Tennessee Federal Credit Union has 3 convenient locations in Cookeville and offers an array of services online at midtnfcu.com. Middle Tennessee Federal Credit Union is a proud supporter of WCTE PBS.
Enjoy a summer of fun and laughter at the Putnam County Fair. Ride the Ferris wheel or meet the chickens and cows. Putnam County has just what you're looking for in a fair. You won't want to miss out on this year's Putnam County Fair, open from July 31st to August 9th.
Locations across the Upper Cumberland, One Bank of Tennessee provides personal and business banking, as well as insurance and investment services to the people of Tennessee. One Bank of Tennessee is proud to support WCTE Central Tennessee PBS.
Since their beginning in 1956, Swallows Insurance Agency has been providing protection for thousands of individuals and families throughout our region. Swallows Insurance cares about the safety and well-being of you, your family, and our community. Swallows Insurance Agency, with 3 locations in Cookeville, Livingston, and Smithville. Online at swallowsinsurance.com. Bailey Tire Company can align anything. Bailey Tire Company can service the needs of any heavy-duty and commercial vehicle. Bailey Tire Company can align your heavy-duty equipment with pinpoint accuracy. Bailey Tire Company, 6150 Roberts Matthews Highway in Sparta.
And we're back.
We're back.
We are back at the 99th annual Putnam County Fair. We are at the Putnam County Horse Show. My name is Kate Nicewood Scott, and I'm here with my friend Senator Paul Bailey, or Paul, as I've been instructed to call him. And we are having so much fun sharing all of this fun and excitement with you all tonight. We just finished up with our adult ranch horse pleasure class, and I've got some winners to congratulate. So just prior to that, we had our country country pleasure class, and Isabella Walker did a phenomenal job taking home first place, and our my good friend Ashley Martin took home first place in the adult branch pleasure class. So we are getting things set up for the one barrel speed race. So this is going to be a fun one to watch.
Well, you can. Why don't you update us a little bit on this class?
All right. So this is going to be a time event. Thank you very much. I'm so glad you're here to keep me in line. So this is going to be a timed event. It's the fastest pony wins. And what we are going to see here is a timer set up, and these horses are going to come in Mach 50. They've got to make a loop around that barrel, and they've got to get past the timer line on the other side. I do a little bit of barrel racing myself, but we've got 3 barrels in here. We've just got 1 barrel. So it's the fastest pony wins.
Absolutely. And I tell you, I love watching these little ponies run out there and turn that barrel and then come back. Ponies don't always have what I call the best handle, which is basically the best steering.
It's true.
If those of you in the audience don't always understand some of their terminology relative to the horses, they don't always have the best steering, or we call it handle.
It's true.
And so. And this young man, he is certainly trying to bring his pony home.
He is working. That pony made him work for it. Those ponies sometimes can be a little bit stubborn, but that was Colson Love, and he's a fantastic rider and a fantastic roper as well.
All right, look at this little one go.
Look at her go. And we love to see these kids, these cowboys and cowgirls start up from a young age. She makes a big loop around that barrel, and she sends that pony coming home.
Absolutely, and she's just having a big time.
She is, and that's what matters. That's what's important here. All of our contestants are competing for a little bit of pocket money, a little bit of gas money, or fair ride money tonight.
Exactly.
But really, the most important thing is that they're having fun.
Oh, absolutely. And, coming from the horse show world myself, I take some of this stuff too serious sometimes.
Yes, I think we all do.
And coming to the fair brings me back down to reality that, it's supposed to be fun.
It is. It is. For a lot of us that do this on the weekends, it's a hobby, and I think we forget that. I know I do from time to time, and I do have to remember it's all about having fun and really enjoying time with my horses, because they're such special animals. I think to myself all the time, they didn't sign up for this,
Exactly.
They didn't sign up to carry me around, and they're so patient with me, and I'm always, hoping to learn and grow with them. But I've just got to remind myself that they're here because I asked them to be, and as fun as I can make it for them, that's what I want to do.
And it's again, growing up with horses, it always amazes me how we can take 1,000-pound, 1,200-pound grown horse and train it to do what we train it to do.
It is amazing, and it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort, and really a strong relationship, a strong bond with that horse. I truly believe that horses will work harder for you when they have that bond with you.
Oh, absolutely, and there's a trust factor with horses.
There sure is.
Just like we saw the border collies earlier, the working dogs earlier, and how they respond to their handler, to their trainer. Horses are the same way with us.
Absolutely, and especially in events like this, when you're moving on so fast, at some point you've got to trust your horse to drop his shoulder or her shoulder and turn that barrel, because otherwise you're headed out to the other side of Putnam County.
Exactly.
So, and that it takes time to build that trust. A lot of times it can take months or even years to build that trust.
And something our audience may not also realize is that horses can sense when you're nervous.
Absolutely, they sure can. Sure can. Some horses have a personality where they rely a lot on their rider for confidence and for direction. And when you're nervous, it makes them nervous.
Absolutely. And I'm sure we'll have an opportunity to point this out maybe a little later on in the show. But you can see a rider that comes in and listen. I still get nervous after 35 plus years of showing. I still get nervous whenever I go into the arena to show.
I do as well.
And so you find you're straightening your legs, you're being too stiff-legged. You're just doing different type cues than whenever you're just practicing.
Exactly.
And so that certainly makes a difference to the horse, especially whenever you're performing in a judged event.
Yes, exactly. I have to calm myself down before every run I make. I just take a deep breath, and I talk to my horse a lot too. That helps to kind of keep me calm, and I think maybe keep her calm as well. So.
Absolutely. Well, we've got 18 contestants in this class.
18 contestants, and we have seen a variety of different horses in this class. So we've got this open to all ages. So we've got ponies, we've got quarter horses, we've got cowboys and cowgirls of various ages.
Absolutely, and of course, it's hard for those little ponies to compete with the bigger horses, but you know what? Those little cowboys and cowgirls, they're having a wonderful time.
They sure are. They sure are. And sometimes you can't count those ponies out because they might have little legs, but it's easier for them sometimes to get around those barrels.
Well, we saw a couple earlier on. I mean, they went down there and turned that barrel pretty tight, and even though they're smaller, and they ran straight back across that line, where we've seen some of these, bigger horses that's not actually ran down, turned the barrel tight, and then they've actually not run straight back across that timeline.
Exactly. And when you talk about technique in an event like this, sometimes it's easier for those ponies to form a little bit of a pocket. And that's what we call it when we run the barrels. We look for a little pocket that we can use to kind of put our horse in and scoot them around that barrel. The smaller the pocket you have, the closer you turn to the barrel and the faster your time. So those ponies sometimes, they need a smaller pocket to get around that barrel.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. So as this horse approaches the barrel, if you don't mind, explain to the audience as they're seeing this horse come down to the barrel, the pocket that you're talking about, if you can.
A couple strides out,
yeah.
Right there, a few strides out. That's where you want to kind of get your horse in position to scoot around that barrel, sort of make a little bit of a loop, and then come back. The goal is to make a straight line as far as you can until right before you get to that barrel, and then you want to kind of scoot out around it, make that pocket, and run another straight line back. Because the thing in barrel racing or any type of speed event like this, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. So we want to keep our line straight and our pocket small.
And although we can't hear the times that they're announcing as far as you and I, we can't hear that. But I go back and say a while earlier in the program, and this is Jamie that we talked about. Yeah, and as she's,
she is no stranger to running the barrels.
So she had a 9.803.
Yep,
so that's 9.803. And as you and I talked about earlier in the program, hundredths of a second can make a difference in getting a paycheck and not getting a paycheck.
It sure can. And that gray mare looked great. Jamie's done such a great job with that mare.
Yes, she has.
And I think that's our fast time so far of our 18 contestants. We have Jamie, and we've just got a few more left, I believe.
And then after this class, we're going to have the pony cart class, and that'll be for our youth exhibitors 12 years and under.
And that'll be a fun one to watch.
Oh, yeah,
for sure.
Absolutely. Love the pony carts. Love the pony carts.
We lost our hat. That's happened to me a time or two. There's a technique, really, to keeping those cowboy hats on when you're doing the speed events.
Absolutely. Now, tell me, does Rodeo add 5-second penalty to you if you lose your hat?
The big rodeos do.
Okay.
Not the ones around here, not too often, but the big rodeos,
Yeah.
They will add a penalty.
Yeah, so to our audience, what we're referring to is this exhibitor, she lost her hat as she came in the arena. And some of those big rodeos, if you run the barrels and you, as an exhibitor, lose your hat, if you run a 9-second barrel pattern, and then they add 5 seconds to it because you lost your hat.
Same penalty if you hit a barrel, knock it over.
Exactly.
So it's hard to win when you've got those penalties. So you've got to think of creative ways to keep that hat on your head. There's a technique to riding, but I'll also tell you, I've put a little bit of duct tape on inside my hat band before as well.
You know, as the audience has seen, I'm a little bit thin on hair on top right now. So just like tonight, wearing this felt hat, I got very sweaty, and so if I didn't put a little hairspray on it, it'd blow right off.
Exactly. Everybody has their tips and tricks to keep that hat on, because it's hard enough. It's hard enough as it is to turn 3 barrels. You don't have to worry about your hat too.
Well, and someone in the audience may say, well, why are they penalizing? Well, in a rodeo production, especially when you're at the big rodeos, it's all about production and time.
Yes, and there's a dress code.
There's a dress code, and if you lose your hat, number one, it takes time for someone to run out in the arena to pick that hat up.
That's correct.
And so that cuts down on their production time. And so those riders that are very serious, they make sure, just like you said, you put your duct tape on there so you don't lose your hat because you don't want to be penalized.
Exactly. And the rodeo dress code, you've got to have your hat. You've got to have a button-down long-sleeve shirt to the wrists. You can't roll your sleeves up or anything like that. Jeans, got to have boots, and they like for you to have a belt too, but I don't always wear a belt.
I understand that.
Sometimes it
can get hung over your saddle horn.
It has, and it's happened to me. I made one run like that, and I said, never again. I can't wear a belt ever again.
Yeah, people don't realize in these speed events like that, and just like you're talking about running the barrels, or in the cow events that I show in, you're running at a very high speed, and if that horse makes a quick turn or so forth, and you get up over that saddle horn and just happen to a lot of times catch your buckle, because your
belt buckle
catches that belt buckle, and I've actually had the buckle get between or the saddle horn get between my buckle and my jeans, and I'm hung there.
Yep, and you're stuck.
And you're stuck,
and it's not a great place to be
it's
stuck.
It's not, and it can be a dangerous situation.
It can. So you have a similar dress code for your discipline as well, correct?
Absolutely. You have to in the rein cow horse, you have to wear chaps. And of course, long sleeve, just like you described, has to have a collar. And then you also have to wear a cowboy hat.
Yes.
And so, and if you, you're DQ'd if you come into the show arena and you don't have on either any of that apparel that goes along with it.
Yeah, I think sometimes people don't realize all that goes into this behind the scenes.
Yeah, and that's the thing about the county fair. It's a lot more relaxed, right?
It is.
It's a lot more relaxed, and you don't. The dress code isn't enforced.
Right. It's a great place to learn.
It is a great place to learn. Absolutely it is.
It's a pretty Palomino horse or yellow horse coming into the arena. Oh, a little bit of a big pocket there, but she got around that barrel and sent that pony home.
And I've noticed here that they're using a plastic barrel.
Yes.
And in your rodeo, what do you have to use?
Oh, a metal barrel.
A metal barrel. I'm assuming you've got some scars on your shin.
I do. I've been stung a couple of times by the metal barrels. So, we do see plastic barrels a lot in some local jackpots, but in the rodeos, they usually bring out the metal barrels, and they're pretty banged up. So I'm not the only one who's got some scars, but it sure does give you some motivation to make your pockets a little bit bigger.
Oh yes, absolutely.
We got Ashley Martin here on one of her gray horses. She has
my goodness, yeah.
2 beautiful gray horses.
Yeah.
I think that's our new fast time.
Yeah.
9.2.
Well, Ashley's done commentary for the horse show many times, but this year she said she wanted to show.
She did, and look, she's already taken first place in the adult ranch pleasure, and now she's just taken the lead in the speed 1 barrel. She's got 2 beautiful gray horses, geldings, Buddy and Junior. She breeds horses, and they're both by the same stud. Frenchman's Fly, and they are stunning. And I cannot tell them apart ever. I don't know which one that was, but I think it may have been. Buddy.
Well, she certainly did a wonderful job,
She did,
and she would have done a great job commentating. But at the same time, she wanted to show.
I don't blame her.
Yeah,
I don't blame
absolutely.
her, and I'm glad I had the opportunity. This has been such a fun
Yeah,
evening talking with
absolutely.
you.
Absolutely, it has been.
I think that closes out our one barrel speed race. So we are going to send it
to a break.
Send it to a break.
Yeah,
so
we're going on a break.
Be back with you all soon.
Yeah.
The Putnam County Farm Bureau proudly supports the Putnam County Agricultural and Industrial County Fair and the education and sustainability of agriculture in the Upper Cumberland region. Middle Tennessee Federal Credit Union has been Putnam County's hometown credit union since 1969. Middle Tennessee Federal Credit Union has 3 convenient locations in Cookeville and offers an array of services online at midtnfcu.com. Middle Tennessee Federal Credit Union is a proud supporter of WCTE PBS.
Enjoy a summer of fun and laughter at the Putnam County Fair. Ride the Ferris wheel or meet the chickens and cows. Putnam County has just what you're looking for in a fair. You won't want to miss out on this year's Putnam County Fair, open from July 31st to August 9th.
Locations across the Upper Cumberland, One Bank of Tennessee provides personal and business banking, as well as insurance and investment services to the people of Tennessee. One Bank of Tennessee is proud to support WCTE Central Tennessee PBS.
Since their beginning in 1956, Swallows Insurance Agency has been providing protection for thousands of individuals and families throughout our region. Swallows Insurance cares about the safety and well-being of you, your family, and our community. Swallows Insurance Agency, with 3 locations in Cookeville, Livingston, and Smithville. Online at swallowsinsurance.com.
Entry 111.
Welcome back to the Putnam County Fair. It's the 99th annual here in Cookeville, Tennessee. I'm joined by Miss Kate Scott.
It's nice to be here with you.
Absolutely. I'm Paul Bailey, and we've been bringing a little commentary relative to the Putnam County Horse Show this evening.
We sure have.
We hope that you have enjoyed the horse show and certainly enjoyed some of the commentating that we've been able to bring to you. And maybe some of our personal experiences that we've had.
Yes, it's been so fun to talk about the show and share some personal experiences with you. And you'll see on your screen right now 2 ladies that you've seen multiple times this evening. We have Miss Jamie Demps and her daughter Ava Kate Jones, and they are participating in the pony cart race. They've been in just about every event I think they could enter tonight.
Well,
they are no strangers to the fair or any of these other local horse events.
Well, all I can tell you is Jamie and her brother, whenever they were Ava Kate's age, they were in everything as well.
They sure were.
Her grandfather made sure of it, as well as her mom and her aunt.
Yes.
So, again, no stranger to the Putnam County Fair horse show. And so they participate in all the various equine activities here at the fair.
Yes.
So this is our pony cart class. This is for 12 years and under as far as exhibitors.
We've got 3 contestants this evening. We've got Ava Kate Jones, Reese Bussell, and Colson Love participating tonight.
Absolutely. Love the little pony carts.
I know. I do too.
I mean,
those ponies are so strong.
Yes, they are.
They are resilient.
And look at Ava Kate's little pony moving out here pulling that cart.
She is so confident. She is such a treat to watch on a horse because she has so much confidence and she's learned so much at a young age.
Oh, yes, she has. Yes, she has.
And then coming up behind her, it looks like we have Reese Bussell. And she's got her pony moving on quite well. Dad gives her a little bit of help. It's not easy to drive one of those pony carts.
Oh, no, it's not. It's definitely not.
And then finally, we've got Colson Love. We've seen him in a few events this evening as well. Colson comes from a long line, a big family of horse show participants, and a long line of wonderful horsemen and horsewomen.
Absolutely. And they've certainly been great participants tonight at the Putnam County Fair Horse Show, and they're just continuing the family tradition.
Yes, and our judges have asked the ponies and the contestants to change directions, which again is not easy with a pony cart. So we see them change directions, reverse, and move on. And Colson, he's flying solo. He says, "I've got this. I don't need any help."
And I believe he does.
He does. He sure looks like it. So we just finished up with our one barrel race. Ashley Martin took the win, and her time was 9.241 seconds going around that single barrel.
Oh, wow.
So she was moving on her gray horse. Jamie Demps, who you see in the arena with Ava Kate, took second place with, I believe, a 9.8.
9.803, I believe is what it was. Yeah.
So those two girls have been riding together for a long time.
And I go back and I say it's tenths of a second. Right?
It sure is.
Tenths of a second.
It sure is. And one of the things that I really enjoy about events like this and shows like this is you get to spend time with your friends. As I just mentioned, Ashley and Jamie have ridden together for a long time, been in the same circle, and there are just so many people around here who love horses, love to rodeo, love these horse shows, and it's nice to see familiar faces and get to spend time with them.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the fair is a family event.
It is.
It's a family event, and a friendly event. I mean, as far as being able to come out and participate at the fair and be with your friends and have a good, friendly competition.
Yes, and it has been a jam-packed 10 days. We talked a little bit during one of our breaks about all of the exhibits and shows that have gone on already. We talked about the swine show, the poultry and cattle show, the goats. So there's so much that goes into this fair. There's so much to see and so much to learn about.
Yeah, sometimes I don't know if people realize that county fairs, when they came into existence years ago, it was a time that equipment companies like International Harvester, John Deere, they would bring their equipment and set up at the fair so that the farmers, whenever they came to town, they could see the new and latest equipment that was for sale, because most of those farmers weren't going to travel to Louisville, Kentucky to the big farm machinery show.
Right.
And so those equipment companies knew that, and so they would bring the equipment, set it up at the fair. It was also a time for the families to bring in their crops, and they were very proud of the big melons that they grew, or the tomatoes, or the canning.
I certainly would be too if I could grow some vegetables like that.
And so it was, it wasn't just about the carnival, but it was about friendly competition there with all the farmers in the county. And then again, the equipment companies having the opportunities to showcase what the latest and greatest new equipment was.
Yes, and the fair has certainly grown and evolved since then. So now we have the fairway, the carnival rides. We've got all kinds of different events, opportunities for people to come out and enjoy several nights of family fun. It's a really family-friendly environment here, and we love that about the fair.
Oh yes, absolutely. And again, it's the Putnam County A&I Fair, which is Putnam County Ag and Industrial Fair.
Yes.
So did Ava Kate won, and Colson Love was reserve in the class?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes, I believe so. Ava Kate is cleaning up tonight, and Colson is doing fantastic as well. This was a fun class to watch. We've got our fairest of the fair handing out ribbons. And that will take us to the best lady and gentleman rider. And this is a senior event. This is
now look out. You're calling a senior event. And this is 50
This is
years.
over 18.
Okay.
This is
all right.
over 18.
Yeah. All right. Well, it says best lady and gentleman rider, 50 years plus, and so I'm kind of in that category. So.
Well, I never would have guessed. I never would have guessed it.
Oh, yeah. Now I'm going to roll up my britches leg because I think it's getting deep in here.
Well, we look forward to this next event. We've got a few more events coming up in the Putnam County Horse Show. We've got some hunter under saddle coming up. We'll be doing a little bit more racking, which is always fun to watch. We'll see some of those Tennessee walkers. We'll see a couple of fun events. We'll do the egg and spoon and the rescue race and the potato race. So we've got some fun coming up. Stay with us.
Absolutely. And we're going to a break. We'll be right back.
Bailey Tire Company can align anything. Bailey Tire Company can service the needs of any heavy-duty and commercial vehicle. Bailey Tire Company can align your heavy-duty equipment with pinpoint accuracy. Bailey Tire Company, 6150 Roberts Matthews Highway in Sparta.
The Putnam County Farm Bureau proudly supports the Putnam County Agricultural and Industrial County Fair and the education and sustainability of agriculture in the Upper Cumberland region. Middle Tennessee Federal Credit Union has been Putnam County's hometown credit union since 1969. Middle Tennessee Federal Credit Union has three...
Enjoy a summer of fun and laughter at the Putnam County Fair. Ride the Ferris wheel or meet the chickens and cows. Putnam County has just what you're looking for in a fair. You won't want to miss out on this year's Putnam County Fair, open from July 31st to August 9th.
With locations across the Upper Cumberland, One Bank of Tennessee provides personal and business banking, as well as insurance and investment services to the people of Tennessee. One Bank of Tennessee is proud to support WCTE Central Tennessee PBS.
Since their beginning in 1956, Swallows Insurance Agency has been providing protection for thousands of individuals and families throughout our region. Swallows Insurance cares about the safety and well-being of you, your family, and our community. Swallows Insurance Agency, with 3 locations in Cookeville, Livingston, and Smithville. Online at swallowsinsurance.com.
And we're back. We are at the 99th Annual Putnam County Fair. My name is Kate Scott, and I am here with my friend Paul Bailey. We are bringing you all of the fun and excitement from the Putnam County Horse Show tonight.
Yes, we are, and it's been an absolute honor to be with you this evening and to hear your story. And to also hear about you being a board member of Manus Hanna.
I am a board member of Manus Hanna, and for those of you who are not familiar with that organization, that is a non-for-profit organization that helps individuals with physical and mental limitations through therapeutic horseback riding, and it has been such a joy to be a part of that purpose and that cause.
Absolutely, and I know you've explained to the audience earlier tonight about how that all the good things that they're doing out there.
They are, and they are always looking for volunteers. So if you've ever had any desire to be involved with therapeutic horseback riding, they would love to talk to you about that. So here on our screen, we see our Best Lady and Gentleman Rider class. We just finished up with our pony cart race, and Ava K. Jones took everybody's lunch money again. She
I know, I see
up.
that.
She's been doing fantastic this evening. She also won our costume class with her rendition of Dolly Parton, and that was a lot of fun to watch. So she takes first place in the pony cart class. Colson Love takes second place, and we are on to our Best Lady and Gentleman Rider class.
You know, something I meant to mention earlier whenever we were into a lot of our youth classes, there are a lot of college scholarship opportunities for our young riders.
There are a lot of colleges with rodeo teams.
A lot of colleges with rodeo teams, and so I think that
equestrian teams.
And equestrian teams, and I think that our audience needs to understand that, you know, these young kids that are participating in these horse shows, if they maybe go participate in the barrels like you do, participate in the cow horse like I do, or if they are showing Western pleasure or any of the other disciplines, there are a lot of scholarship opportunities out there for these young kids to be able to rack up before they go off to college.
Absolutely, and if your child or your grandchild has a passion for this and they love it, that doesn't have to stop when they go to college. There's so many opportunities as they get older to carry this through college and then even beyond that.
Yeah, my oldest daughter, Corey, she went to Middle Tennessee State University on a equestrian scholarship. So she spent 4 years at MTSU because of horses. My youngest son, he received several scholarships whenever he was showing before he went to play football. And so he was able to use those scholarships whenever he went off to college. So, to moms and dads out there that are listening, there's a lot of opportunities for our youngsters to be able to get college funding to be able to go to school.
Absolutely, and they can bring their horses with them. So we've got our results for our best lady and gentleman rider, and it was Melanie Beckwith. She was solo this evening. She had the whole arena to herself.
Oh yeah,
but she has been showing at this fair. I think the PA announcer said for over 50 years.
Yes. I've known Melanie for all my life. Yes. I mean, so she and I are close to probably the same age, and so nevertheless, I'm glad to see that she's still participating.
Absolutely, we love to see it. And this is something that we have not seen yet this evening. You'll notice that if you've been watching,
that's right,
we see some different tack, some different apparel, a different horse breed. Here we are on to our hunter under saddle class, which is an English discipline.
Absolutely. And so you'll notice that these riders are showing in an English saddle and they're dressed in English attire.
They are.
And so this is called hunter under saddle. And you'll notice that these the judge will call and ask for a walk, a trot, and then a canter is what the official call should be for the various gaits in hunter under saddle. And you'll notice as the rider begins the trot that they should post. They should post out of the saddle. There she goes. Yeah.
She's got a nice posting trot going.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's I think we can call it a paint horse.
This should be a paint horse for hunter under saddle.
And we have another nice posting trot going. That horse is moving off really, really nicely.
Yes, it is. And in the hunter under saddle, they're usually looking for a horse that has more of a straight top line. In other words, from the hip all the way through to the pole or the top of the head of the horse. They're looking for it to have more of a straighter top line. All right. They're giving us the signal. We're going back to Eric Walker. Back to you.
And welcome backstage again. I have another familiar special guest. Ava Kate, did you just do some riding in the arena?
Yeah.
Yes, you did. Now, you looked like quite the cowgirl out there. It was so exciting. Now, you did the pony cart class, did you not?
I did.
And I think there's a special blue ribbon for that, right? Awesome. Well, congratulations on winning the pony cart class. Now, what was your pony's name?
Honey Bear.
It was Honey Bear again? Now, you've won twice on Honey Bear tonight. Is that right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, Ava Kate, it really is neat to see you out there wrangling those ponies and doing such a great job at the Putnam County Horse Show. Now, has your mama helped you a bunch?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you love your mama, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
She does a good job. She taught you how to ride and do all the cowgirling?
Yeah.
You want to be the cowgirl just like her, don't you?
Mm.
Maybe. You'll be your own cowgirl, won't you? That's right. That's a good girl. Well, Ava Kate, thanks for coming up here. And let's wave it bye to everybody out there as we send it back to you guys. Thanks for joining us backstage.
Bailey Tire Company can align anything. Bailey Tire Company can service the needs of any heavy-duty and commercial vehicle. Bailey Tire Company can align your heavy-duty equipment with pinpoint accuracy. Bailey Tire Company, 6150 Roberts Matthews Highway in Sparta.
The Putnam County Farm Bureau proudly supports the Putnam County Agricultural and Industrial County Fair and the education and sustainability of agriculture in the Upper Cumberland region.
And we're back at the Putnam County Horse Show at the 99th Annual Putnam County Fair. How about that, Ava Kate? She is cracking me up.
She's the cutest thing.
She really is. She really is.
You know, she is. She's going to be something.
She's going to be a handful, I think. It's
Yeah.
going to take a village to wrangle that one. So Jamie's got her hands full, but I know she's up for the challenge.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So it's just wonderful to be able to see her come and do an interview and just be a part. We've talked about her quite a bit tonight, but again, such a family history of being here at the Putnam County Fair.
Exactly. And we are in our Hunter Under Saddle class. We're just wrapping that up. Our judge, Danielle Johnson, has asked our contestants to line up so that she can look at these horses' conformation. We've got 2 contestants in our Hunter Under Saddle, and they've been asked to walk, trot, and canter their horses. We've been seeing a lot of Western riding this evening, so this has been a little bit of a change of pace. We see an English discipline, English tack, English apparel. It's been a fun treat to watch. This is actually how I started riding with English.
That's right. You mentioned that earlier. So you were used to wearing what we call the breeches.
Yes, it brings back memories. I'll tell you, those saddles are a lot lighter than the ones that that we're slinging these days.
Absolutely. So Miss Johnson agreed with my assessment earlier about having more of a flatter top line as far as that. The paint horse is beautiful. Just didn't have hardly as
quite the confirmation
confirmation in this class that we're looking for in the Hunter Under Saddle, but certainly a beautiful paint horse.
Absolutely.
So now we're going to be moving into we're going to change gears back to walking horses in the light shod class, and this is also an open to the world class, which means that anyone from anywhere can enter this class, and so we'll be looking for light shod. It's basically light shod walking horse class, and it's open to the world.
Earlier, we saw the flat shod class, right? Which is a flatter shoe, kind of like a normal horseshoe on these Tennessee walking horses. They're fun to watch. If you've ever watched walking horses before, you know that they have a very distinct way of moving. They lift their feet up really high. They have a nice, high, proud headset. So we saw the flat racking class a little bit earlier, and now we're going to get into the light shod racking class. So I'm excited to see that. So we are just a few classes away from finishing up our horse show, and we really need to probably say a little something about our sponsors for this broadcast.
And these sponsors are for tonight's broadcast.
Yes, and we are so thankful for their sponsorship. We've got One Bank, we've got Swallows Insurance, we've got Bailey Tire Company. We thank you for your sponsorship. We've got the Putnam County Fair sponsoring this broadcast by WCTE. We've got Farm Bureau Insurance, Philip Baker, and we have the Middle Tennessee Federal Credit Union sponsoring this broadcast.
Thanks to all of our sponsors for making tonight happen.
And thank you for being here tonight. This has been so much fun.
Thank you. I've certainly enjoyed it. And we need to say a special thank you to WCTE.
Yes.
I mean, they come out and they cover the fair. They do a wonderful job, and we're so blessed to have them here in our community.
And they have done such a great job taking care of us. They've answered our questions and given us the best guidance, and we're just thankful to them. And real quick, we're going to send it backstage. We've got another interview with Eric Walker.
All right, welcome again backstage, and thanks to Senator Paul Bailey and Kate Scott. They're doing such a great job announcing this show tonight. And this might be my last interview for the night. And I have a very special guest who was my co-host in last year's horse show, and also my co-host on the Great TV Auction, Ashley Martin. Welcome, Ashley, backstage.
Thanks, Eric. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, now I think we just saw you smoke out a run on Little Buddy, your horse, for the barrel race.
Yes, little buddy and I won the one barrel race.
Well, that's awesome. And so if you're not up here announcing, you're out there on the horse smoothing out a run. There's nothing better than that.
Of course, that's what it's all about, coming out here and having fun at the Putnam County Fair.
That's right. Now, we've seen a lot of good friends and good people out here. We're watching a great event, and it's just so exciting to be out here. I know we're having a great time. Now, you did a lot of work to bring your horses out tonight. How many have you brought out tonight?
Yeah, so I brought 2 horses tonight, Junior and Little Buddy. I also won the Ranch Horse Pleasure on my horse, Junior.
Oh, look at you. That's a great, congratulations. That's 2 blue ribbons you're carrying home tonight, and that's exciting. So we've got a great event, and everything's going well, but I have to ask you, what's your favorite part of the fair if it's not the horse show?
Mini burger.
Oh, they did bring back the mini burger this year. So everybody has, it seems, a favorite food at the fair or favorite event, and we've had such a great time. Congratulations. Now, if I understand it, we've got to let you go because you're about to jump on the horse again.
Yes, I'm up next in the egg and spoon race.
And which horse are you going to ride?
It's still up in the air.
Okay, well, we'll look forward to seeing which white horse she rides in on. So, and everybody, I just want to thank everybody for a great night. It's been a privilege to be back here with WCTE, broadcasting to the Upper Cumberland at the Putnam County Horse Show. And this is our 99th year at the Putnam County Horse Show. So looking forward to 100 years coming up. Thank you to everybody in WCTE. It's been a wonderful time. And we got a little more to go as we send it back to you guys. Thank you.
And we're back at the 99th annual Putnam County Fair. It is Thursday night at the Putnam County Horse Show. My name is Kate Scott, and I'm here with my friend Paul Bailey, who is enjoying one of the best parts of the fair. Here is some of the fair food.
I know. I've got a ribeye sandwich. Wes Robertson brought me a ribeye sandwich with French fries, and man, I tell you, it is absolutely delicious.
It looks delicious. All of the fair food is always so good. There's just something about getting a bite to eat at the fair.
Oh, you've got to eat at the fair,
You
right?
have to. You have to. And I'm glad you were able to get something before everything shut down because we are approaching the end of the evening, I think.
Well, you could certainly handle this better than me as far as eating because, you're not big as a minute. And
Thank you.
But I appreciate Wes Robertson thinking enough of me to bring me a sandwich.
A burger and fries, or a what did you say it was? Roast beef sandwich?
No. It's a ribeye sandwich.
Ribeye sandwich and fries.
I thought the camera guy would catch us eating this, but maybe he didn't want to catch me eating it on camera.
Maybe not. He is focused on our light shod walking or our light shod racking class, which is open to the world. So this is one of the few classes this evening that is not restricted to Putnam County residents.
Right.
You'll see that we have got some walking horses out here. We have a mule. We have these riders showing off their skills with this light shod discipline. So they have, I think, already moved on to the reverse where they have changed directions. And our judge will ask them shortly to line up so that she can award places. So
and you notice we've got our mule back in this class.
We do have our mule back.
And this is our gated mule.
Yes.
A lot of people don't realize that mules can be gated.
They sure can, and he's doing a fantastic job. We just love him. It's so much fun to watch.
Absolutely.
So our announcer has called for a flat walk, so you'll be able to see these riders change gears, so to speak, on their horses.
One thing you'll notice about walking and racking horses is the how long they usually have their tail.
That's true. They have beautiful long tails.
They have absolutely gorgeous tails, and in the cow horse that I show in, we love beautiful tails, but we certainly can't have them that long.
No.
Because whenever when we back up, a lot of times as part of our show pattern, we step on those tails and pull it out.
Exactly.
And so we have to keep them cut somewhere between the hock and the back ankle, basically.
Yes, exactly. So you'll see all of our light shod contestants here. Our judge, Danielle Johnson, she is the ag teacher at Cookville High School, and she is walking the line now, checking out the confirmation of all of these entrants. She's asking them to back up, looking for a willingness to respond to their riders' cues, and then she will award classes. And then I'm just glancing at my notes. After this, we will have an egg and spoon race.
Oh,
and
my
that's
goodness.
That's going to be a fun one.
Did you ever do the egg and spoon race?
Not on a horse.
Oh, really?
No,
Oh,
not on a horse.
Yeah, you've got to do it sometime.
You've got to. You've got to. So we are excited. We are excited about this. Just a few more classes left in our Putnam County Horse Show, and we're kind of winding down the fair for this year.
We are.
The 99th annual. We've got the rodeo tomorrow night and the demolition derby on Saturday, and that'll close out the fair. And as you mentioned a little bit earlier, we might be at the new fairgrounds next year for the Centennial Fair.
For the Centennial Fair. I know that they'd certainly like to be out there if they can.
Yes.
But if the fairgrounds aren't ready, I think that they'll come right back here, because they don't want to go out to the new fairgrounds until it's ready to receive visitors and actually all of the contestants that participate in the fair.
Right, because we have several. We have a huge influx of people who come to compete in all of these events throughout the week, and it's always so much fun to see residents of Putnam County show out and show off at the fair.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And it amazes me as I was visiting with people coming up to the stage tonight. Just so excited to be here tonight.
Yes,
I mean they were just so excited, especially the little kids. I ran into a couple of little boys, and they were just so excited that they were going to be able to show their pony tonight.
Kids love the fair.
They love the fair.
They really do.
And look, we've mentioned this several times. Love to have the rides. I love to ride the rides, even as a big boy now.
Yes.
But these kids were more interested in showing here in the arena tonight,
which is great. Which is really wonderful. And we've talked a little bit about this, but the horse world and this lifestyle really teaches so many valuable characteristics or character traits that can kind of carry you through life when it comes to discipline and determination and work ethic and responsibility. You see so much of that in this discipline, as we see our first place blue ribbon being awarded this beautiful horse.
We've talked about roan horses, we've talked about palomino horses, we've talked about pain horses, spotted horses, but we haven't talked about black horses
We
tonight.
have not. And you know what? I feel like they're kind of rare.
Yep, the black horse is kind of rare. They absolutely are. I mean,
think they're
a solid
beautiful.
black horse, they're rare.
That's always been a dream of mine, is to have just a solid black horse, but they're tough to find.
Yeah, absolutely. And several years ago, roan horses were hard to find.
It's true, and you'll find that kind of changes a lot with the breeding and the horses that are performing well. And people want to breed to those studs, so you start to see, depending on the discipline, a lot of horses that their coloring kind of follows the popular or common stud horses.
Right. In the quarter horse world, especially in the cutting and the rein cow horse, there's a stallion called Metallic Cat.
Yes.
And Metallic Cat is a red roan horse.
Yes.
And he, a lot of his sons, a lot of his offspring, they're roan horses now.
We like Metallic Cat in the barrel world too. He was a wonderful cross for some of our barrel horses when we want to add some bone and some size and a little bit of that cutting horse mentality where they get under themselves on their hind end. So we like Metallic Cat as well.
Well, if anyone ever watched Yellowstone, the series Yellowstone, that was one of the stallions that they talked about in some of the later series is Metallic Cat.
Yes.
And so he's infamous in the quarter horse world as far as especially being a sire today.
Yes, beautiful horse. Absolutely beautiful. You'll see now we are getting set up for our egg and spoon race. We've got to say congratulations to Katie Beth Randolph for taking first place in our Hunter Under Saddle and Jesse Bowman for taking first place in our light shod class.
Congratulations to them. Now, the egg and spoon class.
Race.
Right,
class.
race, class. The object is hold that egg in the spoon without your thumb being on top of it. So I've noticed in the arena, whenever the camera has spanned the arena, that we have several people that are probably spotting,
Yes.
because you want to trust everyone, but you got to verify.
Yes, you've got to trust trust but verify. Trust but verify. I don't know. Colton Love, he looks like maybe he might have something up his sleeve.
Yep. So
we saw him out there.
So he's calling everybody who's got an egg and spoon. They're allowing them to have their thumb on the egg right now, but they're just about ready to ask them to. They're closing the gate, and they're going to ask them to remove their thumb off of that egg, and once it begins, it's on.
Yeah. Now I noticed several people were shaking their eggs. Is there something to know there?
Well, I don't know. Obviously, if they're trying to break that yolk inside that egg,
Possibly,
it may,
and maybe weigh it down a little bit.
Exactly. Yeah.
I am excited to see these techniques here.
Oh, absolutely. So here's where you always want a gated horse, in my opinion.
Yes, a nice smooth motion.
Yes.
So that rocking lope that we like so much in our ranch horses and our pleasure horses is not going to do us any favors in the egg and spoon race.
Right.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
We've got a good number of contestants.
Yes. Notice they're all holding the handle of the spoon, and no one has their thumb on the egg.
Yes, and they are going to start at a walk, and we'll see if they can't pick up a trot and maybe even a lope. Now, one technique that would be really good for an egg and spoon class would be to be able to get your horse to extend their stride without breaking the gait. Okay, so we noticed that we saw that the paint horse just break into a trot, but if we could get our horses to extend their stride a little bit, just reach out a little bit further without moving faster, they could cover a little more ground without breaking their stride.
Exactly.
So we've got a lot of concentration going on in this race.
Concentration.
For sure.
Yep.
There's Ashley Martin. She won our one barrel speed event a little bit earlier. You just saw her interview with Eric Walker.
Yeah.
She's on one of her gray horses. Still doing well.
Yeah. And so they have done the reverse.
They have.
And I believe I heard him say we've got 5 contestants left.
Okay.
And Ashley's still in it.
Yep. So those that are dropped their eggs have moved to the middle of the arena, and he has asked the contestants to trot and now lope their horses.
Now here's going to be the tail.
And here we go.
Here we go.
Oh,
there we go.
no.
Yep,
We
he's
lost
out.
an egg.
Yep, he's out. Go.
Another. We got anybody? We've got Ashley.
Oh, look at there.
still
Ashley
going.
looks like she's still in it.
She is still in it.
We got Ashley and Jamie left.
And Jamie Debs.
Jamie Debs. Well, of course, 2 of the most competitive women out there.
Yes,
tonight.
exactly. And look at them. And this is really a testimony to their balance in the saddle, their horses responding well to their cues.
Absolutely. They've done a wonderful job.
They have. Very impressive. Leanne was third.
Jamie was second.
Jamie
Oh,
in second place.
Well.
1999 world champion. Number 5, Ashley.
Oh, Ashley was first. Okay. Ashley was first and Jamie was second.
Oh,
Well, that was a fun one.
yeah, that was great.
And I overheard somebody asking if they were hard-boiled eggs. I don't think they were.
Oh, no, they're not.
I think they were the real deal.
No, they're the real deal. Yep.
So,
139, Leanne Archer.
Yep.
see.
Leanne Archer.
Yep. Leanne competed in one of our earlier events as well.
Yes, she did.
Egg and Spoon world champion, entry number 5, Ashley Martin.
And there's Ashley.
And there's Ashley and Jamie. So they
Yep.
exit the arena, and we get set for
And-
the trail pleasure class.
Trail pleasure class, and both of them riding gray horses.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Pretty horses.
You know, I wish you had a bite of this ribeye sandwich because it's really good.
Oh, I'm
I
gonna
mean,
let you enjoy that.
I mean, it's like
enjoy that.
really really good, and I'll share.
No, I'm all set. Thank you so much. I
Okay.
may steal a French fry.
Okay, well,
So-
you better get them before
All
it
right,
gets
let me
before
get
they
a
get
French
cold.
fry.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. There you go. All right.
Microphone.
Hey guys. Oh, we're going to a
We're
break.
going to
Let
a
us
break.
finish our sandwich, and we'll be right back.
Middle Tennessee Federal Credit Union has been Putnam County's hometown credit union since 1969. Middle Tennessee Federal Credit Union has 3 convenient locations in Cookeville and offers an array of services online at midtnfcu.com. Middle Tennessee Federal Credit Union is a proud supporter of WCTE PBS.
Enjoy a summer of fun and laughter at the Putnam County Fair. Ride the Ferris wheel or meet the chickens and cows. Putnam County has just what you're looking for in a fair. You won't want to miss out on this year's Putnam County Fair, open from July 31st to August 9th.
Locations across the Upper Cumberland, One Bank of Tennessee provides personal and business banking, as well as insurance and investment services to the people of Tennessee. One Bank of Tennessee is proud to support WCTE Central Tennessee PBS.
Since their beginning in 1956, Swallows Insurance Agency has been providing protection for thousands of individuals and families throughout our region. Swallows Insurance cares about the safety and well-being of you, your family, and our community. Swallows Insurance Agency, with 3 locations in Cookeville, Livingston, and Smithville. Online at swallowsinsurance.com. Bailey Tire Company can align anything. Bailey Tire Company can service the needs of any heavy-duty and commercial vehicle. Bailey Tire Company can align your heavy-duty equipment with pinpoint accuracy. Bailey Tire Company, 6150 Roberts Matthews Highway in Sparta.
I wake up every morning with a smile on my face. I'm proud to be a member of the human race. Hey y'all, my name is Cherokee Upton and I'm from Salina, Tennessee. Thank you so much for having me. I was asked today to talk a little bit about what PBS meant to me growing up, and honestly, it meant a whole lot. I was homeschooled for 6 years in Salina, and during that time, PBS Kids was a huge part of my world. At my mom and papa's house, it was the only cartoon channel that we were allowed to watch because it was educational, and I thank God for that. What would we have done without Sesame Street, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood reruns, Teletubbies, The Magic School Bus, Wild Kratts, Clifford the Big Red Dog, Word Girl, and so many other shows that helped shape our childhood? They didn't just teach reading and science, they taught life lessons. They taught kindness, creativity, and the power of being yourself. PBS wasn't just a channel, it was a lifeline for kids like me, especially in small towns all over America. It gave us all an equal chance to learn, to imagine, even when we didn't have much else. And I've got a lot of love for WCTE, and it's a station that represents us, our towns, our artists, our farms, our music, our stories, all things local. It's a rare and beautiful thing to have a local media that truly cares about our community. WCTE and PBS can no longer continue to do what they're doing without your support. They rely on donations and local involvement to keep going and to keep reaching the next generation of children. Having access to local news and educational program matters, now more than ever. I miss the PBS that raised America, and I want to do my part to help keep it alive for the kids growing up today. Thank you. You love me too, well I love you 3, and it's a honeysuckle day in Tennessee. It's a honeysuckle day in Tennessee.
Enjoy a summer of fun and laughter at the Putnam County Fair. Ride the Ferris wheel or meet the chickens and cows. Putnam County has just what you're looking for in a fair. You won't want to miss out on this year's Putnam County Fair, open from July 31st to August 9th.
And we're back.
We are back.
We are back again at the 99th Annual Putnam County Fair. We are bringing you all the fun and excitement from the Putnam County Horse Show this Thursday night, one of the final nights of the Putnam County Fair. And I have so enjoyed being here with you tonight,
Well, and
Paul.
I have you too, Kate. It's certainly been a pleasure.
It has been a lot of fun. We are right in the middle of our trail pleasure class. So you'll see our contestants out in the riding ring. We've got some quarter horses, and we also have our mule back out there.
Oh, absolutely. I love the mule.
We sure do. So you have seen this evening, if you've been watching for a while, a lot of the same horses compete in a variety of different classes, which is really just a testament to the training. Yes, and versatility for these horses.
Absolutely. And it's just been great. These kids have just had a wonderful time tonight, and many adults have too. But I've noticed that there's probably more youth out there showing than there are adults.
There is, but you're never too old for the fair.
I think Jamie, she still considers herself a youth.
I think
Jamie Demp.
She probably will for a while.
Oh, yeah.
I think she probably will for a while. But how much fun for her to have her daughter here competing in these events as well. So
absolutely,
very much a full circle moment probably for Jamie.
It absolutely is. And so it's again, it's just been a wonderful time here at the Putnam County Fair, and I know our time is drawing close. We probably have about 7 or 8 more minutes, and I hope you, the audience, have enjoyed being with us as well as we have being with you. And again, we hope that we've been able to bring a little commentary and maybe bring a little bit of education as far as some of the behind the scenes work that goes into having horses. Exactly. And definitely encourage you, if you have a young one that would like to have a pony or have a horse, that maybe you first go out and invest in some lessons.
Yes,
and
exactly.
Before you make that big investment into actually purchasing a horse.
Yes, it's a big investment of time and money. So we hope that you've learned a little bit about that through our commentary this evening. As Paul said, we are getting closer to the end of our show this evening. We have to thank WCTE for doing such a phenomenal job producing this.
They've done such, and the staff has been absolutely amazing.
They have.
They've been so accommodating.
Answered all of our questions and given us the best guidance. And of course, we have to thank our broadcast sponsors, because this wouldn't be possible without them. So we want to thank One Bank, Swallows Insurance, Bailey Tire Company, the Putnam County Fair, Farm Bureau Insurance, Philip Baker, and the Middle Tennessee Federal Credit Union for sponsoring this broadcast.
Absolutely.
So as we see now, we've got our trail pleasure class lined up for our judge to take a look at these horses, and she will hand out awards here shortly.
And as I mentioned, we actually have 3 more classes to go. We have the speed racking class, which is always an exciting class.
It is, and it is open to the world.
It is. And then we have the potato race. Where I come from, sometimes we call them tater races.
The tater race.
But I'll be good tonight and call it a potato.
Okay, well, that's what's on the list.
And then we have a rescue race, but I think that's really supposed to be rescue race.
I think so. That might be a typo, but that's a fun one. That is a fun one to watch. So that rescue race is very similar to that one barrel race that we saw just a little bit ago.
Right.
But you've got 2 people, 1 horse, 1 person standing on the barrel, and the rider going out to that barrel to rescue the person who's out there. They end up riding double back across the timer line.
Exactly.
So it's always exciting to watch that.
Very exciting. I'm afraid that our audience, unless you're not going to be able to see that tonight.
Unfortunately not.
Yeah, we're going to run out of time.
I don't think we're going to make it, but it will be fun for those of us who are joining here or still with us here at the fairgrounds.
Absolutely. It's been it's been a wonderful night.
It has, and the weather has
been
perfect.
And we want to encourage everyone to come out tomorrow night to see you
and the rodeo contestants.
Yeah,
all of the rodeo contestants will be out here for the Cookeville Rodeo. It's just one night, so that'll be a lot of fun. The ground looks great so far, so I've been checking out the ground, and we're looking forward to that tomorrow night. So if you've not been to the fair yet, tomorrow is going to be a great night.
And then obviously the demolition derby to close out the the fair on Saturday night.
Another fun evening. The demolition derby is always a fan favorite.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
As we see our Fairs to the Fair hand out awards for our trail pleasure. And they will get us set up for the speed racking class, which is another walking horse discipline.
And it's always exciting. And again, I'm afraid our audience may not get to see all of the excitement of the speed racking class, but it's certainly an exciting class.
It is, and there's still a pretty good crowd here at the fair. You saw on your screen just a minute ago the midway games or the midway rides still going.
Yeah.
So we just had a sandwich and some fries. So there's still some places to grab something to eat.
The audience, they didn't see you stealing my fries.
They didn't. Didn't. I think I got away with that.
You did.
I think I did.
I didn't mean to bring it up, but I did.
Guilty. Guilty, but they were great fries.
Yeah.
Fantastic fries. So.
Absolutely.
So we see behind us now, they've cleared the arena. They're getting us set up for the speed racking class. And we see the horses start to come in now.
Absolutely. And we see the ride still going on out in the midway right now.
Yes.
So
So people are still out here hanging in there.
People are hardcore.
They sure
tonight.
are. The fair only comes once a year.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
You got to get out there and do it. So
this should be a pretty big class.
Looks like it.
Maybe the audience will get to see some of these horses whenever they go into the speed racking. They may or may not. We've only got a couple of minutes left, but if they don't, that's fine. Yeah. Well, we're getting the signal, Kate.
We are getting the signal. It's probably time for us to wrap up. It's past my bedtime. I don't know about
my
you,
goodness.
but it might be past my bedtime.
Yeah. Well, it's certainly been a pleasure hosting the show with you this evening. And again, thank you to WCTE and to all of our sponsors that made it possible tonight.
Yes, thank you. And we hope you all have a great night.
Thank you, and good night to everyone in Putnam County.
WCTE's coverage of the Putnam County Fair is brought to you by Bailey Tire Company, Putnam County Farm Bureau, Swallows Insurance, One Bank of Tennessee, and Middle Tennessee Federal Credit Union.